This is a live presentation of the Ticats Audio Network. Are you ready? Ticats football is on the air.
Touchdown, Tiger Cats! Caught it! It's a touchdown!
Number 17, Luke Tasker, what a catch!
Now the voice of the Tiger Cats. Here is RJ Broadhead with analyst Luke Tasker.
Good evening. Welcome to Tim Hortons Field. The Tiger Cats in all black with the gold numbers are set to take on the Calgary Stampeders. It's the only meeting between these two this season, and at the start of the year, no doubt, we were expecting a Bo Levi Mitchell reunion. He is on the sidelines for the Tiger Cats, not in uniform. We'll see what the last few games have in store, but business at hand tonight. Tiger Cats get a win, and they're in the playoffs. I'm sure every player is aware of that. At home at Tim Hortons Field, coming off their best game, Luke, against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. So there's a lot of reasons to be focused and play one of their best games tonight. Do you think we'll see it?
I do, and if anyone wasn't aware, Simone Lawrence was just reminding them at center field there as they gather up on the Ticat logo just what's on the line or what's there as a reward for tonight. And I'm telling you, RJ, when the playoffs become a reality, the motivation isn't hard to find. It's very easy on a night like this at home, and in 3 hours from now, you can be in the playoffs, have that spot locked in. The motivation's easy to find. What an exciting energy we've got at Tim Hortons Field.
So the Tiger Cats can clinch with a victory. The regular season is winding down, and Luke, when you look at this game against Calgary, a team that's 4-10, statistically, it's one that the Tiger Cats have to perform and cannot drag this playoff berth on any longer, especially if they want to have a home playoff game with Montreal winning.
Yes, they absolutely do. Especially if you're going to track down Montreal and earn that second place in the East, then this is maybe a must-win almost, and you've got to really, really take care of business. And you just don't want to extend that. You want to secure this as quickly as you can. Like you said, Calgary has had their struggles coming off of a loss here and has not been the Calgary Stampeders seasons that we have seen over the last decade. And as a Tiger Cat, you've got to make the most of that and capitalize on a team that is struggling to find their wins.
Calgary's lost 2 in a row coming into this game. They sit in 4th spot in the West Division. Tiger Cats are in 3rd, and they hold their own destiny in their hands. If they continue to win, they're in the playoffs. We know they only need one victory tonight, and Montreal Alouettes are going to be in 2nd place. We know Tiger Cats will hope to be 2 points behind, but a big football game coming up. Calgary will be desperate. Their playoff lives depend on it. Should be a great one at Tim Hortons Field tonight. We'll have the kickoff coming up on the Ticats Audio Network. It's the Tiger Cats and Stampeders next. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Welcome back to Tim Hortons Field. Carrie Underwood coming up Friday before the Grey Cup. That's going to be a fantastic show. Tickets on sale. Go to Ticketmaster.ca, and the halftime show. The halftime show, Luke.
Who is it?
We don't know. But we're going to find out at halftime. Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz, they've got a sealed envelope. They've got a flashlight right now trying to see through that envelope and find out in advance, but it's a really thick envelope, so I don't think they can do it. But we'll find out halftime with Bubba and Andy who the halftime show for the Grey Cup will be, and I'm excited. I cannot wait to find out. We got a half of football before that, and the coin toss at midfield. Tim Croker is the referee for tonight's game. Tiger Cats again in all black with the gold numbers. Calgary, white tops, red pants. The captains are with Tim Croker, all set for the coin toss.
Calgary, you're the visitors. What is your call? Heads the call. Calgary's called heads. Troy, Sam, please flip the coin. Calgary's called heads. It is a tail. Hamilton has won the toss.
So I'm not sure how well you're hearing that, but Hamilton won the toss. Hamilton will receive. Captain Simone Lawrence, who's now 10th all-time in CFL tackles. Brandon Revenberg, Gordon White, Taylor Powell. So it'll be a big game for Simone Lawrence. He's played some of his best football down the stretch here in this 2023 season, and he's about 43 tackles behind Greg Battle for 9th. I asked him if it's possible, and he did the Simone smile and said, oh, yeah.
Well, he's played so well this season, and I've been on the field with him when he got 17 tackles one night in Winnipeg, and so
yes,
maybe it is possible for our boy, Forever 21, as he's become known to me this year. He looks like a fresh young football player and is still playing at the top of his game.
Well, what a fantastic night for football. You can't beat it. Last day of September, about 20 degrees, hardly any wind at this point, which is a rarity for Tim Hortons Field, and a lot on the line. Calgary Stampeders, they know Saskatchewan lost last night, and so that makes things interesting in the West Division for third place. A win by the Tiger Cats clinches a playoff spot for them, and clearly eliminates any chance for a crossover. So both of these teams are playing for the playoffs tonight. Montreal beat Ottawa just prior to this game, 32-15. Ottawa had 6 turnovers and allowed 5 sacks. And Montreal was up 22-0 after 3 quarters. That Montreal defense is a good one. And Ottawa and Montreal play again next week. The Tiger Cats are in Saskatchewan, but I think the cart's a little bit ahead of the horse because we've got a big game tonight, so we'll focus on that for now.
But you're right, Hamilton is the team who can secure their playoff destiny tonight. Montreal is desperately searching for wins as they come towards the end of their season.
We are under the lights at Tim Hortons Field. Beautiful, beautiful evening. Great crowd. They know what's at stake. And the Tiger Cats had struggled at Tim Hortons Field to begin this season, but their last game was a couple of weeks ago at Tim Hortons Field against Winnipeg. And they played fantastic, and that's a good sign. Tiger Cats will try to build on that. Tiger Cats, of course, coming off a loss to the Argos last week. And we're all set to go. Rene Paredes kicks off, and Tyreek McAllister floats ahead to his own 17, cuts to his left immediately, gets outside the numbers, breaks a tackle, and then forced out of bounds just past the Hamilton 35-yard line.
Okay, love to see Taylor Powell getting a chance to start this game off. I like how Rolando Steinhauer, we've seen him take the ball when the choice has been his, whether that's at the start or a deferred second half. And of course, like you said, the wind's not a huge factor tonight, so Taylor Powell is going to get his chance here right off the bat.
Keandre Smith coming off a massive game. The sophomore got 156 yards receiving. That was most in the CFL last week. Tiger Cats all set to go from their own 36 in the far hash mark. 2 receivers to the field side to the right. That's the direction Taylor Powell goes, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Tim White, who was not much of a factor last week. They tried to get him involved early. It didn't work.
Interesting, got a 4-receiver set to start that game. There we go. I was going to say too many Ticats on the field there, but James Butler heading off now. Man coverage, and I thought Tim White won on that curl route just to the right side of Powell, but incomplete and a tough 2nd and 10 here.
Tiger Cats averaging the fewest yards on first down. They got none on first down, so it is 2nd and long. 10 yards to get the first down. Taylor Powell throws short. It is caught by Omar Bayless, and he'll get across the 40. Will not have enough for the first down.
Wow, unique look there from the Calgary Stampeders defense. They had a 3-man front there. Only 3 defensive linemen, and even those 3 were well off the ball, almost back like a linebacking core. It was a really preventative defense for that first 2nd and 10, and able to suffocate that check down route there to Bayless. Punt formation here.
So Tiger Cats quickly 2 and out. And Tommy Lee Lewis is back to retrieve this punt from Kari Vedvik. Tommy Lee Lewis, 5'7", gets it at his own 10. He's quick though, running along the 10-yard line. Now he cuts upfield, cuts to his left, goes a little bit more laterally, and he ran a long way, almost the whole width of the field, but he didn't get much yardage upfield. He just crossed the Calgary 20.
Well, there's the CFL special teams tackles leader, Carthel Flowers Lloyd, getting another one on the first chance he had this evening. An unbelievable job. Even before the tackle, I was watching him. He's got to set the edge to that return and make sure that returner does not get outside of him, and he did that, was patient, stayed in position, got back outside, and ended up being the tackler on the play. He's just been showing up all over the field in every special teams unit.
Tiger Cats have 3 rookies in their secondary, with the late injury to Javian Elliott, who was looking forward to this game against his former club. Jake Mayer, the quarterback, empty backfield, completes the pass, and it is Markin Michel who gets the first down. He's up across the 40-yard line, so a big gain for the Stampeders on their first play. 17 yards.
Lots of changes in the Ticats secondary here. You've got Kenneth George Jr. at the boundary half, Dexter Lawson at the field half, Will Sunderland comes in, and we'll see how those 5 guys are able to communicate throughout this game and try to prevent those big plays downfield.
Ball up to the Calgary 41 on the near hash mark. 3 receivers off to the field side, only 1 to the boundary side. Handoff goes to Kadeem Carey, and he runs to his left. Some physical play out there by the Tiger Cats. Will Sunderland, Jameer Thurman, and they're able to stop him after a gain of about 3.
Yeah, Kadeem Carey gets the edge on that Ticats front rush. But like you said, Will Sunderland came up from the corner position. That looked like a linebacker tackle. I mean, he really stopped Kadeem Carey's momentum, right at contact, brought him to the ground. Great open field play.
Will Sunderland trying to make his mark. Getting a chance to start. Kenneth George moves over to Javian Elliott's spot and pass to Kadeem Carey, trying to get the first down. A screen pass over there to the right, and the Tiger Cats eliminate the progress, and it'll be 3rd down for the Stampeders, and they'll be forced to punt.
Well, big play on that the first play of that drive, like you said, the 17-yard gain, and then that was a really great 1st and 2nd down. Both of those plays, the intended ball carrier for Calgary was able to get the ball on the run and then the completion, but the Ticats suffocating that and getting in position to make the tackle really well. Only 5 yards gained and forcing the punt.
Cody Grace, the punter for the Stampeders, gets the kick away, not a very deep one. Tyreek McAllister running ahead. He started on the 15, had to run 10 yards up to the 25, gets across the 30, and he's forced out of bounds at that far sideline. Both teams have had a possession and no score yet. Tiger Cats win, and they're in the postseason. It's early on at Tim Hortons Field, 0-0 between Hamilton and Calgary. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. You can meet CFL alumni, get up close and personal over a lunch that includes a silent live auction. Legends Luncheon presented by CarStar takes place Friday, November 17th at Leuna Station. Tiger Cats hand off to James Butler, and there was some oohing and eyeing as it looked like he was going to be stopped, but he carried the pile with him, and it's a first down. James Butler, the Tiger Cats, keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down.
Unbelievable that he gains 10 yards there for the first down. He was touched in the backfield. I mean, he got 12, 13 yards after first contact there. Unbelievable run.
Good start for James Butler. Came into this game 150 yards, shy of 1,000. That's a big game. We'll see if he can do it. If anyone can, it's James. He's got the ball again. He's got another nice run again, going right up the middle. Won't be a first down, but he won't be far from one either. Should be a couple of yards short.
Nicely done. I think it was Omar Bayless and Tim White who came across from right to left in front of Taylor Powell in the shotgun to add in and kick out the edge in that run block there, and really strong run by James Butler back to back.
6 yards officially on that run for James Butler, so that sets up a 2nd and 4. Balls up to the Hamilton 50. Tiger Cats are going from left to right in all black with gold numbers, gold stripe on the pants. Taylor Powell Back to pass. He's under pressure. He's in the pocket. He's scrambling. Has to run to his right. Makes the pass on the run. And it is. Oh. It looked like it was caught by Sean Thomas Erlington, but it is incomplete.
Well, they got their first down of the game there from James Butler, but unfortunately, Vedvik taking his punt formation here. But man, I like how Taylor Powell keeps his eyes downfield there, but he's either got to take off and run or get that ball to Sean Thomas Erlington just a little bit earlier. Oh.
So I'm not even sure what happened there, Luke. It's bad snap.
Well, no.
They tried a pass.
Yeah, it was a direct snap to the up back.
Oh, boy.
And unfortunately, the ball got batted out of the air. I think it was Bailey Feltmate who got the direct snap at that sort of 5-yard depth in the punt formation, went to make the pass, and it got batted down. It's just a turn run down. It's incompletion.
Wasn't expecting that 5 minutes into the game, so maybe we'll see a lot of the trick bag out tonight. So the Tiger Cats turn it over on downs. Calgary takes over on the Hamilton 50 when we come back. No score yet. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Carrie Underwood coming up. She'll play the Friday before the Grey Cup in Hamilton. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.ca. Luke told me he's going.
I'll be there. I'm excited. Grey Cup weekend and Carrie Underwood. Oh my goodness. Can't wait.
Good to have you with us. Tiger Cats just turned the ball over on downs. They were trying a fake punt. It didn't work. Calgary knocked the pass down. They take over on the Hamilton 50. And they keep it on the ground with Dedrick Mills, who will get about 5 yards on that carry.
Chris Edwards came in really hot off the left edge of the Ticat defense. Looked like he was going to make a tackle at the line of scrimmage, but rolling and shaking, and all of a sudden it's a 4 or 5 yard gain there for the Calgary Stampeders as they are creeping into field goal range here. This is a critical second down.
Ball's on the Hamilton 46. 2nd and 6. Still early in the opening quarter, no score in the football game. Crowd at Tim Hortons Field doing their part for the defense. High snap to Mayer. He hands it off. This is going to be close. Tiger Cats trying to make a stand on the run by the Stampeders, and they got about as far as that first down marker. The spot will be interesting, and Tim Croker comes over right away. He says it is a first down. That was Dedrick Mills who just got it, and now they're inside the Hamilton 40.
Good strong run there right up the middle, and he doesn't stop pushing that pile until he gets to that distance. Still, RJ, this is that moment in field position. They gained that yardage first down. A tackle for a loss here still threatens that field goal position there, and sometimes you do see coordinators bring pressure, even a cover zero right here at this point in the field.
Jake Mayer in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. He's looking left, though. Throws left down this near sideline. Chris Edwards in coverage. It is incomplete.
Great job. Chris Edwards is right where he wanted to be. He was not threatened by that check down there to the left side of the Calgary offense. And he's right there to make Tucker, who's running that route, give him a little extra shove there, even after the incompletion. I like it. That's a good incompletion and a coverage by the Hamilton defense.
Tiger Cats need a stop here. 2nd and 10. Calgary pretty good field position after the Tiger Cats turned it over on downs on the fake punt that didn't work. Now the defense trying to prevent Calgary from advancing any closer. Throw over the middle. It's a high throw to Reggie Beggleton, and he is absolutely rocked by Stavros Katsantonis. That was a big hit brought to you by my insurance broker. Reggie Beggleton, the leading receiver for the Stampeders, is down. He hung on to that football. A credit to him, because that was as hard a hit as you will see.
So many, I don't know what I'm more impressed with. How clean and well struck the hit from Katsantonis, or the fact that Reggie Beggleton, he hangs on to this football when he takes a hard shot to the ribs. Man, that was impressive all around, and you can see Katsantonis, it's one of those hits where you can almost tell he didn't even barely feel it because of his form, and he's just standing there after the play. But man, that was one memorable first down there for the Calgary Stampeders.
Luke, you could speak to that, and we will after the commercial break, but the vulnerability of a receiver trying to make the catch and the safety coming over with a big hit. Begelton is down. He's being looked at. The Stampeders are inside the Hamilton 25. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. Carrie Underwood, she will be performing Grey Cup week, and the annual Santa Claus Parade will take place in downtown Hamilton. 2023 Grey Cup Festival. There'll be a football twist with the CFL cheer teams, Grey Cup trophy in attendance, the Hamilton Santa Claus Parade and Grey Cup Parade presented by WeatherTech happening Saturday, November the 18th. So we've got a bit to update you on the field. Reggie Begelton was injured. He did get up off under his own power, but they're saying he did not make the catch, that it was incomplete.
Yeah, wow. And he actually, when he got hit like that, he was laying on the ground and actually tossed the football out of his hand. So I think on second glance, the league said that the ball touched the ground. More credit to Katsantonis for an unbelievable hit.
Yes. Now a 47-yard field goal attempt for Rene Paredes, and it is good. Just good. He didn't have much leg to spare. So the Tiger Cats with that fake punt, giving up some field position, and all the Stampeders needed was one first down to get them within field goal range, and they score first. It's 3-0 for the Stampeders. There's 6:44 to go in the opening quarter.
Well, I mean, unbelievable stop there by Katsantonis, and that was a very meaningful play. Yeah, just the mentality of big hits, but very purposeful there. That was going to be a first down on somewhere around the Hamilton 15, and instead you force the field goal. And your offense is able to take the field at the 40-yard line. Best field position for them to start a drive tonight.
Offense has to get going here for the Tiger Cats. Now trailing by 3. Taylor Powell, 3 receivers to his right. He's looking that direction and completes it to Keandre Smith. Why not? He's had the hot hand, makes the catch. He's tackled after a gain of about 5.
Would have loved to see Keandre Smith catch that in sort of what we call a drop step, set his feet immediately and try to just get an extra 3 yards right away. Probably could have been put the Ticats in something more like a 2nd and 2 or 1, but you've got an opportunity here, and Taylor Powell getting that completion, it's got to feel good.
Ball's on the 46-yard line of the Tiger Cats. 2nd and 4, Taylor Powell looks left, throws left, and what a catch by Terry Godwin. And they're saying, no, he did not come up with a catch. It was behind him and he twisted around. Pretty good effort to make it close, but it's incomplete, and the Tiger Cats offense is a little cold to start this game.
Yeah, that's the third play of this game that looked to us live like a completion and actually was not. And clearly a little bit of miscommunication there from Powell and Terry Godwin as to which way he was going to come out of the top of that route.
I got to pay attention to this, Luke. Corey Vedvik back to punt. Let's see if the Tiger Cats, surely they won't do it again. Maybe that's what the punt blockers think for the Stampeders. No, he will kick it away. It's a low kick from Vedvik, and Tommy Lee Lewis runs up to get it at the 25. He started running to his right, tried to plant and cut back, and he slipped. Billy Feltmate jumped on it and tackled him. There is a flag on the play. There's 5:18 to go. Calgary leads 3-0. Of course, that's 5:18 to go in the opening quarter. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. Friday, November 17th, Carrie Underwood, First Ontario Centre in Hamilton. That'll be part of the Grey Cup Festival. It'll be exciting. Who's playing halftime? We don't know yet. We'll know tonight at halftime. Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantus. They have the announcement. They don't even know. It's in a sealed envelope. So this will be exciting. Be sure to stick around for halftime on the Ticats Audio Network with Bubba and Andy, and we'll find out who's playing at the Grey Cup at halftime. 5 minutes to go, opening quarter. Jake Mayer and the Stampeders on their own 37. It's a deep pass down the far sideline, and it is overthrown, incomplete. There are flags on the field.
Yeah, flag way back in the middle of nowhere in the defensive secondary, not in the direction that the
contact. Hamilton, number 3. 10-yard penalty makes it a first down.
Well, that is tough. You got Hamilton Tiger Cats have the most penalties in the league. and we got cut off with the commercial break there, but this drive started with a Hamilton penalty on the punt coverage there against Gordon White, the long snapper, the most special teams penalties in the league as well. So not off to a great start in that category here.
Penalty on Kenneth George Jr., the rookie, usually is the boundary side corner. He's playing halfback for the first time in his CFL career. Took that penalty. Here's a pass to Markin Michel, and Jameer Thurman, part of that tackle, a gain of about 5 or 6, and a late flag.
Well, Calgary wasn't loving Simone standing over the top of the end of that play, but some Calgary foot gave Simone a kick to the groin, and now you get this surely will be a Calgary penalty. I'll be disappointed if it's not.
Well, Simone can do that. He can get under the skin of the opponents.
He can. They're still figuring it out, though. I don't. Who knows what words went back and forth there? And there
are 2 objectionable conduct fouls, one against Hamilton 21 and Calgary 81. Those penalties offset, second down.
All right. Well, whatever. Simone's standing over top a little bit too long, and
that's number 80 Calgary. 80 Calgary.
Markin Michel getting the penalty there on whatever happened down there. So offsetting, okay.
Simone made the tackle. Michel didn't like it. They both get penalties. Doesn't change anything. We're still 2nd and 7. Stampeders on their own 50. Going from right to left. Jake Mayer with the crowd loud at Tim Hortons Field. Trying to convert on 2nd down. Throws over the middle. It is complete. And tackled by Chris Edwards. Jameer Thurman was right there as well. And it should be short of the first down, a couple of yards short. So the Stampeders in a situation where they're going to have to punt again. Cole Tucker was the receiver who could not get past the linebacking crew of the Tiger Cats.
I actually don't love the spot there. It's still 3rd and 3. They're in punt formation, but I think Tucker got bounced back and then continued to make football moves and got tackled well short of this line. But here we are ready for the punt return for the Ticats.
Grace punts it way up in the air. McAllister outside the numbers at his own 10, and Calgary had that defended really well. He got across the 15, pushed out of bounds, and more flags. So this was right in front of the Stampeders sideline, and at least 2 flags came flying in. And Kenneth George Jr. holding his hands in the air.
I'm always holding my breath here. As a receiver taking the field, am I going to walk backwards or walk forwards as they figure out who's going to get the net of the infractions here?
Tim Croker, the referee, looks like it's not good for Hamilton. Should have the announcement momentarily. Tim Croker all set to let us know. Meanwhile, the Tiger Cats offense is in a huddle at their own 5.
One against Hamilton, number 3. One against Calgary, number 77. The penalties offset. First down, Hamilton.
Okay, so more offsetting penalties.
So by my count, I think you've got 6 penalties in the last 5 plays of football here. So we're going to have a long night. It slows down the game a little bit as well. We'll see how this goes.
Does it ever? So yes. The Tiger Cats do have the ball on their own 17. Tough starting field position. They've been having problems moving the football, and that didn't work at all. Oh, it did. James Butler lured them in, and it ends up being a pretty good gain for the Tiger Cats. What a great play by the Tiger Cats, well disguised. Matt Schiltz was in the football game. A perfect fake to James Butler, and then he runs for the first down, presented by Active Green and Ross.
Wow, and now it's Taylor Powell back in the huddle calling this play as Matt Schiltz goes back to the sidelines. What a way to get Matt Schiltz back involved there.
Wow. Okay, so got to be on our toes here.
Yes.
Lots coming from the Tiger Cats. They know they win. They're in the playoffs. Taylor Powell, high snap this time. It is in the hands of James Butler. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a little bit of positive yardage, but there is a flag on the play.
say, it looks like they're going to march it backwards here.
So we're not hearing Tim Croker, but it is against the Tiger Cats. You could probably hear the crowd not happy with that call. So that'll push the Tiger Cats back to their own 21. And now it's a 1st and 20.
Tyler Tarnowski taking the field there for this 5-receiver set and a long first down. You're thinking as an offense, get half here on this 1st and 20. 2 plays to make it, to move the chains.
Tarnowski, Tim White. There's 4 receivers to the left, and Taylor Powell's looking for to the right. Throws over the middle. It was intended for Tim White. It's incomplete. Now it's a tough 2nd and 20 coming up.
Yeah, tough to find some rhythm in this passing game. We have not seen a passing attempt. I don't think we've seen one over 10 yards yet, RJ. A lot of checkdowns, a lot of short passes that have mostly come up incomplete. And you don't know, to be honest, you got to break down this film or be privy to more of the offensive design, because a lot of this, it's been catches in traffic that have been incomplete, but it's hard to say just live if that's a receiver or a quarterback thing. But got to stretch this field a little bit and keep this Calgary defense honest.
Taylor Powell, so good at completion percentage. He's 2 for 6, 14 yards. 2nd and 20, might have to run. There's a bunch of open space in front of him. He gets to the 30 and he slides, and he'll be about 8, maybe 7 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, tough. And he hesitated to run, and in a sense, smartly. I mean, you're not going to be able to run for 20 in that situation to move the chains, but that 11 yards gained there gives a lot of relief to Vedvik and the punt team, and just in the battle within the game of the field position. So I will say that was close to a little late hit there on Taylor Powell, who was sliding on the ground by Cameron Judge.
Well, that's the other thing when the quarterback's going. You can get those penalties. Just over a minute to go in the opening quarter. Calgary leads 3-0. Corey Vedvik at his own 20. End over end punt. Tommy Lee Lewis times it, catches it in full flight, and he is flying as he gets to the near numbers. He's tackled at the 50. There is another flag on the play. Hamilton's already taken 5 penalties for 46 yards.
Wow, another. I mean, it's unbelievable. We'll see how this one plays out. Here's the call.
And this is a holding against Calgary.
On the return there, and what a great job by Felix Grangucci on the outside. He's the last man to the right side of that punt coverage team, and he was not going to lose leverage. And sometimes it's hard to ensure you don't lose leverage and make the tackle, but he's able to do it there. He keeps that run inside to his left side and brings the ball carrier down with that penalty. Decent field position flip there, drive to drive, as Calgary lines up here.
Calgary on their own 34. Defense has been good for the Tiger Cats again in this game. Hand off to Dedrick Mills, couple of stutter steps, and he's now running backwards as he got spun around. Rather, that was Kadeem Carey. They'll interchange their 2 running backs, and Carey gets across the 40, about 2 yards short of the first down.
Yeah. Gave the first down signal there as he got up off the ground, but still a 2nd and 2 here. And a big second down here for the Ticats. To force another punt here, it's been a very quiet first quarter as actually this quarter ticks to an end. This will be the last play. But defense doing their job. Got to force a punt and give Taylor Powell another chance to figure out this offense.
Another first quarter where the Tiger Cats don't get much offense. Play action, Mayer throws over the middle. It is complete. Caught by Colton Hunchak. And that's enough for a first down for the Stampeders. They will continue on this drive. We're through 1 quarter at Tim Hortons Field. Calgary trying to stay alive in the playoff race. The Tiger Cats trying to clinch a playoff spot. And after 1 quarter, it's 3-0 Stampeders. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. Carrie Underwood, excited to have her Grey Cup Festival on Friday, November 17th. We're through 1 quarter. Calgary leads 3-0, and we're 1 quarter away from the Grey Cup halftime performer announcement. Bubba and Andy will have that announcement at halftime on the Ticats Audio Network, so stay tuned for that. Tiger Cats shut out in the opening quarter for the 8th time this season. And the Stampeders getting a pretty good run from Kadeem Carey off to the left. He's across midfield into Hamilton territory. Brought down at the 50. He'll be close to a first down, but there is a flag.
Looks like this might end up being a... Yeah.
Calgary number 60. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
There you go. Holding on Calgary, and a great open field tackler by Dexter Lawson. The play's going to get called back anyways, but now it's Calgary's turn to see if they can handle the 1st and 20 here.
Lots of penalties in this game. It's been something the Tiger Cats want to limit. No doubt the Stampeders would like to limit it, but there's been lots so far. We'll see if that changes as the game goes on. A lot on the line. 1st and 20 for the Stampeders. They're now pushed back to their own 41-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. Jake Mayer in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Kadeem Carey. Then he throws the ball to him. He had it. It comes loose. Now Tucker comes up with it. So Kadeem Carey fumbled the football. Tucker got it for Calgary, and he'll head out of bounds after getting a first down.
Well, Kadeem Carey signaling the first down. He's apparently proud of that first down after fumbling the ball. But boy, he was in a vulnerable position there, sort of caught up running backwards, and it was Chris Edwards who put the hit on that popped the ball out. But unfortunately, one of those strange plays where the offense benefits from the fumble as Tucker picks it up for the first down.
Tiger Cats defense has been great in takeaways. Almost had one there a minute into the second quarter, but Calgary up to the 54, and it's another completion along that far sideline, and the Stampeders will have another first down. It's Colton Hunchak again. Simone Lawrence in on the tackle.
I don't think Simone Lawrence goes through the LED strip that advertisements on this far side of the field. I don't know if I've ever seen someone just lower their shoulder on it quite like that. He didn't even attempt to go over. He just tackled it, and he's back in the defensive huddle here.
Nothing can stop Simone Lawrence. It was actually Trey Odom's Dukes who made that catch for the Stamps, but they are down to the Hamilton 40 now. And we know that's within field goal range for Rene Paredes. Handoff this time to Dietrich Mills. He keeps his feet moving. The Tiger Cats able to make the tackle, but he gets some positive yardage. He'll be 2 or 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, Calgary able to make it happen on 1st and 20. That is quite the accomplishment there. And now, like you said, they're well into field goal range. And as the start of this second quarter, they're moving further into Hamilton territory than they've been able to tonight.
2nd and 3 for the Stampeders. They're now on the Tiger Cats 33-yard line. Now that we're in the second quarter, the Stamps are going from left to right. Jake Mayer, bank to pass, empty backfield, waits, throws over the middle. It is caught by Tommy Lee Lewis, and he's tackled, but it'll be another first down for the Stampeders, and they are inside the Hamilton 25.
Well, Tommy Lee Lewis and Kadeem Carey were actually on what's called a mesh route. 2 low players, one from the right, one from the left, go and cross each other right at linebacker depth. And they both sprung open to either side in the flats there, and Calgary with some back-to-back completions.
Stampeders down to the Hamilton 23-yard line now. 3 receivers to the left for Jake Mayer, but he runs to his right immediately, throws the ball, it's up high, and it's incomplete. It was intended for the running back, Dietrich Mills.
Wow, great play by Simone Lawrence. He's trailing the intended receiver there, and when your back's to the quarterback, such an easy time to be called on that pass interference, but he's able to break the pass up, even with his head turned back towards the ball carrier, away from the quarterback, and it was great energy and great job breaking that up, forcing a 2nd and 10.
Still no Reggie Begelton for the Stampeders after he took the hard hit from Stavros Katsantonis, one of 3,000-yard receivers in the CFL. Clearly Calgary's top receiver, but they're moving the ball well here. 2nd and 10 from the Hamilton 23. Mayer throwing deep, looking, end zone, nobody there for Calgary. It's another incompletion.
Well, great stop there by Simone Lawrence on the first down, and then Ticats secondary covers it down on the 2nd and 10. You can get away with this. This is a makeable field goal, but if you're going to keep Calgary to threes. That's still a defense that's doing its job in this game. It's time for the offense to find a little rhythm here. 11:35 left in the second quarter.
Rene Paredes has hit from 47. This one a shorter attempt. It'll be a 30-yard attempt. The kick is up and it is good. So 2 field goals has Calgary ahead. It is 6-0 for the Stampeders. There's 11:21 to go until halftime. We'll take a break and be right back on the Ticats Audio Network.
This is the Ticats Audio Network.
Can't wait for Carrie Underwood. They were just cranking before he cheats here at Tim Hortons Field. Matt Schultz in the game again. He's throwing deep for Tim White. It's caught. Matt Schultz, welcome back. Now it's a foot race to the end zone. Tim White, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Tiger Cats. Whoa, what a play. Matt Schultz comes in and throws a bomb to Tim White. 70-yard touchdown, and the Tiger Cats are tied at 6 with a convert coming up to take the lead for the first time in this game.
Unbelievable. Matt Schultz in a drive earlier and gets a 15-yard run for a first down, and now he's back for his first throw in months being off the field, and it's a big one. Tim White, great play on the ball at the top of that, coming back and meeting the ball at the highest point and taking it another 30 yards into the end zone. What a play.
You get in a foot race with Tim White, you're going to lose.
Yes.
And the Stamps got into one, and Tim White, 70 yards. That's an explosive play. Tiger Cats get the first touchdown of the game. First time we see Mark Leggio trying to get the Tiger Cats ahead. Here's the kick. He's missed the convert. He had hit 11 in a row. He missed this one. He missed it left. And then some flags fly afterwards, right near the goalposts.
Well, Gordon White's involved again, but I think this time it's going to be on Calgary, maybe Cameron Judge. Some well after the whistle.
The game's tied, so the Tiger Cats had a chance to take the lead with that convert, could not do it. It is 6-6.
Well, worst single-point conversion in the CFL, and they're making that even more so true at 81% of their one-point conversions coming into the game, and now, that's going to drop probably below 80 after that miss. And after the 2 field goals, I said, the defense holding the field goals, you can, but, now it's 6-6. What's happening here? We're hearing a lot of noise.
We're going to get an announcement.
Necessary roughness, Calgary number 4. It's a 15-yard penalty will be applied on the kickoff.
Yeah, Cameron Judge is fired up. He's taunting the Hamilton crowd as they're cheering regarding his misconduct penalty at the way end of this play. He pushes Gordon White into the goalpost at the end of that, and both refs were standing within 5 yards of him. Yeah, I'm sure you can pick that up in our audio here, what Tim Hortons Field thinks about Cameron Judge there.
Yep. Cameron Judge, good player, fiery player. And Tim Hortons Field fans will take care of the rest. 6-6, Calgary, couple of field goals got them there. Tiger Cats, after being shut out in the opening quarter, get a touchdown. Matt Schultz throws the touchdown. That is his 3rd touchdown pass of the season. Unexpected coming into the game, and he connects with Tim White. Tim White gets his 7th touchdown this season. He's just one behind James Butler for the team lead now. There's already been over 100 yards combined in penalties in this game, Luke.
Unbelievable. We're 10 minutes left in the second quarter, and now Ticats are moved up to their 45-yard line to kick this ball off.
How about this? First 4 possessions for the Tiger Cats, 58 yards. Last possession, 70 yards.
Pretty nice. We saw the Ticats on the other end of a 70-yard touchdown pass 1 week ago in Toronto, and Chad Kelly throws that kind of explosive play and touchdowns all at once. That changes the course of a game. Very hard to stay on top of a team who can do that.
So Tiger Cats all set to kick off. Leggio, this is a line drive kick. No problem for Tommy Lee Lewis. Gets it at his own 5. He's across the 25. Didn't take him long to get there. He gets across the 30. He is quick, and the Tiger Cats able to stop him before he could get to the 35-yard line. And after every play, there's a lot of pushing and shoving. This is the only meeting of the season between these teams.
You're right, and both teams are really fighting for playoffs here, and Tyler Tarnowski really slow leaving the field, cradling an arm while he gets some attention there. And after that penalty, the Ticats scooted up on the kickoff and kind of kicked kind of a laser beam kind of kick.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Calgary able to field it back to a reasonable field position of their 33.
A Tim White touchdown catch puts him over 1,000 yards on the season. 4 receivers to the left for Jake Mayer. Empty backfield. He looked to his left. Nothing there. Throws over the middle as that pocket was deteriorating, and he completes the pass to Reggie Beggleton, who's back in the game.
Yeah, Jameer Thurman in coverage on Beggleton, and he puts a physical tackle there as well. Beggleton cannot get any rest on this Tim Hortons field.
2nd and 3 now for the Stampeders. They're on their own 40. Under 10 minutes to go in the half. Keep in mind, at the half, with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz, they will let us know who the halftime performance will be at the Grey Cup. Handoff goes to Kadeem Carey. He goes straight ahead. He'll have the first down. He's across the 45.
Well, the Arkells put on a fantastic show at halftime in 2021 here at Tim Hortons Field. We'll see.
Yes.
I'm excited to hear.
Yeah, we don't know. We're not keeping a secret, or maybe you found out. I don't know.
No. Not me. I'm excited to hear, though. It'll be a great week in Hamilton, getting ready for the game.
We know Carrie Underwood will be performing on Friday before the Grey Cup, November 17th, so that will be fantastic. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.ca. Jake Mayer, again, back to pass. He is the leading passer in the CFL. Most passing yards, most attempts, most completions, and a lot of them have gone to Reggie Beggleton, including this one for a yard and a half.
Lawson in on the tackle again. I think I've been impressed with number 14, Dexter Lawson. He's been involved in a lot of tackles in this first half here.
Crowd getting ramped up again. They all know if the Tiger Cats win this football game, they're in the playoffs. Then they can focus on trying to get that home playoff game, catching Montreal. Right now, the Stampeders have a 2nd and 8 from their own 47. Mayer, bank to pass, pressure's coming, gets the throw away, but it is incomplete. Bounces well in front of the intended receiver, Cole Tucker.
Great job by this Hamilton defense. They've been holding them to field goals as we've discussed, and now they're forcing them in another punt situation here. And that's kind of Calgary offense, not completely unsuccessful. 4-10, not the record they hoped for, but Jake Mayer's played well, but they have not been able to score touchdowns this season, and Hamilton defense here in this game has been able to keep that true.
Calgary, the only team to beat the Argos until last night, very nearly blocked. Fraser Sopek was right there. Oh, Tyreek McAllister, he dropped the punt. He dropped it, but the ball was right in front of him. He was able to gather it up before the Stampeders got there, but he will have no return. And Tiger Cats offense coming on the field with Matt Schultz at quarterback. Stay tuned for that. It's a 6-6 game. 7:55 to go until halftime. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Back at Tim Hortons Field, great to have you with us. We always like to know where you're listening from on the Ticats Audio Network. You can email us now, gameday@ticats.ca. Let us know where you're listening from. A few of you have. Hey, Claudio, in Cancun, Mexico. We love it in Cancun. Thank you so much for listening. Jason, in the middle of the night, in The Hague, Netherlands.
Love it.
The power of streaming. And Dan Jones-Q in the hospital in Grimsby. Luke, he's fragile right now. He says, we need a win.
We got to do it, Dan. Let's see what happens here.
James Butler, he's trying to do his part. Tough sledding on that one. He'll get about 4 yards. He worked for every one of them. He's across the 25 up to the 26-yard line. That'll be a 2nd and 7 now for the Tiger Cats. Matt Schultz is in the football game. Taylor Powell started the game, went 2 for 6, 14 yards. Matt Schultz, he came in once, ran for a first down, and then he's thrown one pass for 70 yards, a touchdown. And that also put Tim White over 1,000 yards receiving. Schultz in the pocket, stays in the pocket. It's tipped up in the air, and of all players, it's Cam Judge gets an interception. Tim White comes and makes the tackle, and now Cam Judge runs to the stands at Tim Hortons Field and holds his hand up to his ear to try to hear what the fans had to say. He'll be not well liked for the rest of the game, but that's a big play for Calgary.
It is. The ball got tipped up in the air. Not a great direction there for the football with Matt Schultz. It was interesting coverage. They looked like they were going to come out and run a true cover zero. That's Calgary's defense. They actually dropped a few guys out underneath. One of those guys, of course, was Cameron Judge. He was dropping out of the rush into that under coverage of the Calgary defense and right in position to pick up that tipped ball.
It's an interception, 2nd turnover of the game for the Tiger Cats, and the Stampeders take over in Hamilton territory on the Tiger Cats 49. It's a tie game. Handoff to Kadeem Carey, and Dedrick Mills right in front of him trying to provide the blocking. He'll get close to 5 yards.
Well, we've got a tie game, but that's 2 turnovers now for Hamilton in this first half. The turnover on downs, which was a fake punt very early on, and now an interception. Calgary nearing or just about entering field position here, and they have the upper hand in this back and forth, low-scoring game.
Just over 6 minutes to go until halftime. 2nd and 6 for the Stamps from the Hamilton 45. Jake Mayer, empty backfield. Looks like he wants to keep it, wants to run, takes a hit. He'll be well short of the first down. Jamal Davis, one of the newcomers for the Tiger Cats right there, along with Jagarrett Davis, making the tackle.
Great stop right at the line of scrimmage, and a very physical tackle there on Jake Mayer, who Calgary cannot afford to lose. He's up and healthy, running off the field now. We'll see what how Calgary handles this position. They are in punt formation here. This would be a 52-yard field goal if they were to attempt it. They're going to choose to try to pin Hamilton and Matt Schultz in their own end. Onside formation.
Yeah, there might be something here. Mark Grace is the punter, and it is a regular punt.
Still onside players out there, though. Good, well fielded by Tyreek.
He got it. And he's across the 10, got it at the 5, got across the 10. It'll be tough starting field position for the Tiger Cats. It's Matt Schultz coming on the field again. 5:07 to go until halftime. It is tied at Tim Hortons Field, 6-6. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. Great to have you listening to us on the Ticats Audio Network. You can listen to Carrie Underwood on November 17th. Don't forget to stay tuned. Halftime, Bubba and Andy will be able to speak to the alumnus of distinction. Former Ticats defensive lineman John McDonald. He's Mohawk, Wolf Clan from Six Nations, the Grand River Territory. He will join Bubba and Andy, and they'll tell us who the halftime performer will be for Grey Cup. So that'll be exciting. That's the first announcement of it. Matt Schultz, screen pass to James Butler, has some good blocking in front of him, and he runs along this near sideline. It's a first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
They got the numbers they wanted to on that running back swing over there to the left side. The receivers take off the line of scrimmage with speed. That's what you've got to do to clear it out there, and James Butler had a lot of space. Well done.
Tiger Cats move up to their own 24-yard line, so that first down by James Butler gave them a little bit of breathing room. Matt Schultz will hand it off to James Butler. Makes a spin move on first contact, and he'll salvage a couple of yards on that run.
You're right, that's a good word. That could have easily been a tackle right at the line of scrimmage, and a nice little spin move makes this a 2nd and 6 instead of a 2nd and 10. Hurrying up the offense here.
Ball's on the Hamilton 28, Matt Schultz. The whistle seemed to go, but everybody stopped except for Keandre Smith. It's another long bomb pass from Matt Schultz. It's caught. Keandre Smith is down near the Calgary 35. It's a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. That was an odd play. A lot of the players seemed to stop like they heard a whistle.
So what I think happened is I think the Ticats got ready so quick that whistle was to start the play clock, and they snapped it right at the whistle. Nobody even thought it was ready yet in the ref, but there was no confusion in the referee crew. They knew exactly what was going on. That was a fair play.
40 yards to Keandre Smith. Ball's now on the Calgary 37. Matt Schultz fakes the throw immediately. Hands off to James Butler, who's trying to go up the middle, and he'll get another 4 or 5 with that tough run.
Very, very interesting. I'm excited for the Coach O show with Luke Tasker this week. I have to know if that was a designed, strategy. Because it's very interesting. If you were citing a team who consistently was not lined up at the whistle that starts the play clock, it's pretty cool, pretty interesting call. That's something I've never thought about before.
Well, it was a whistle, but it was to start the play. We are at the 3-minute warning. The Tiger Cats in a good spot on the Calgary 33. We'll see if they can take the lead for the first time in the game when we come back. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Beautiful harvest moon, last super moon of the year, northeast side. In fact, the Tiger Cats are heading that direction right now, from right to left, heading north, and a pass from Matt Schultz intended for Omar Bayless. He didn't make the catch. He got a hand on it, and it was dangerously in the air, but it fell harmlessly incomplete. A couple of stamps were around it, Luke. That was close, but it sets up a field goal try for the Tiger Cats.
Well, you heard Courtney Stephen and Mike Daly talking about complimentary football on the Game Day show this week, and very interesting how these 3 phases of this Hamilton Ticat team are helping each other, balancing each other out. The turnover on offense, well, the defense comes out, gets a 2 and out. Backed up on the offense, big play to flip the field, and now special teams to cap it off with 3 points, and we'll see if they can keep winning these battles with slight edges.
40-yard field goal attempt for Mark Leggio to take the lead for the first time in this game. The kick is up, and it's good. A successful field goal from Mark Leggio, and with 2:42 to go in the opening half, the Tiger Cats lead for the first time tonight. It's a 9-6 lead for the Tiger Cats. He missed the convert, no problem on the 40-yard field goal, and the Tiger Cats have the lead. It took them a while to get there, but they have the lead. Now they have to hang on to it. If they can win this game, they're in the postseason. They'll have that X beside their name, like Coach O likes to talk about. He mentioned it on the Coach O show with Luke Tasker. That means you're in. When you look at the standings, you have the X, you've clinched. Tiger Cats are close. Stampeders trying to stay alive in the playoff race. Mayer hands off to Kadeem Carey, and he gets in the arms of Malik Carney and Kenneth George and can't get much. Maybe a yard.
Well, I mentioned before that field goal there from the Ticats, of the 3 phases, the Ticat defense is really, really taking care of their business. They allowed the 2 field goals. We just saw a crucial 2 and out on their last drive, and now they forced Calgary to a second and call it 9.5. This would be a big stop.
Trying to make Calgary punt for their 3rd straight time. Jake Mayer fakes the handoff. He's under pressure. Wow. They got him. They bring him down. He is sacked. And it's Jamal Davis. Welcome to Hamilton, number 99. Gets his first sack as a member of the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
What a play. Great job getting into the backfield, and Jake Mayer did not really have a chance to escape that pressure. Davis came in and was right in his face immediately for a 10-yard loss. This defense, man, they are winning their night.
That big hit from Jamal Davis was brought to you by My Insurance Broker. Some big hitting from the defense. 2 minutes to go until halftime. Grace at his own 20. Hunts the ball high in the air. Tyreek McAllister floats under it. Just inside the 35. Breaks that first wave of Stampeders. And then he is brought down at about the 45-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
That's an easy no yards call. The only way this gets overturned is if they say he was forced into the halo. but I don't think so. I think the Ticats will be able to will get this extra 15 here.
Tim Croker is the referee.
No yards. Calgary number 38. During the return holding, Hamilton number 39. Difference is 5 yards. First down, Hamilton.
Another penalty on the Hamilton special teams. Of course, offset a little bit there with the no yards, but
That's an illegal block. Legal block.
So it looks like after that's all said and done, straightened out, the Tiger Cats will begin this drive from their own 41, and there is plenty of time before halftime. Minute 48 to go. Total penalty yards in this game, 121 yards. Matt Schultz, still the quarterback for the Tiger Cats. Looks left, nobody there, so then he checks it down to Tyreek McAllister, who has some blocking in front of him. He's across midfield, across the Calgary 50, and finally forced out of bounds. Great patience by Matt Schultz. It's a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
really good timing there. Tyreek McAllister patient, and all his blockers, including David Beard and Coulter Wood-Manzi, Brandon Revenberg out ahead of him.
Tiger Cats playing quick again, empty backfield. Matt Schultz to a wide open Sean Thomas Erlington, but he dropped it.
So uncharacteristic. Sean Thomas Erlington, so sure-handed. What a jack of all trades, and that would have been a big gain if STE could have pulled in that little flat route. He was by himself in the flat to the right side there, but forced in the 2nd and 10. That would have ended up being a 10-15, who knows what gain there.
Tiger Cats lead by 3 with a minute 36 to go until halftime. The ball is on the Calgary 47. Matt Schultz has James Butler to his left, 3 receivers to his left. They start the waggle. Matt Schultz looking left, decides to go over the middle, completes the pass to Omar Bayless. He's got the first down and more across the 30, finally brought down. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down.
Well, Matt Schultz, it does look differently. He different right now, this Ticat offense, and they're going to hurry up here and take the line of scrimmage. Minute and a half left, and they've moved down the field with efficiency, including a drop there.
Ball on the Calgary 28. Matt Schultz gets the snap, stays in the pocket, waits. That pocket's closing, and tried the short pass to Keandre Smith, but he overthrew him, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, just tried to sort of shot put that one and missed a little bit to the right there, but clock will stop and give them a chance to reset with a minute and 11 here. You're well into field goal range, and you want to secure that 3 points. Don't take a tackle for a loss on this 2nd and 10 here. Don't force the ball, don't turn it over, don't take a tackle for a loss, but let's see if one of these receivers can make a play downfield.
4 receivers to the field side. That's to the left for Matt Schultz. They started the waggle, now they back off. Here they go again, 3 of them. Matt Schultz, patient, throws deep, looking end zone. It's caught!
Wow.
It's a touchdown! Terry Godwin! Perfect pass from Matt Schultz.
This is impressive. Matt Schultz puts this ball not where the route was designed, not in what you'd say a perfect place. He makes it up on the spot. He puts it to a spot that says, well, Terry Godwin, if you have the ability to go get it, but I'm not going to throw the interception. And this is just a beautiful play, beautiful adjustment on the ball by Terry Godwin. He actually switches over the right shoulder, so he's looking over his inside shoulder, Terry Godwin, which was his left, but the ball is placed outside of him, and he turns his head and flips around. Not every receiver is able to do that, RJ. That's a really impressive break. Great, savvy throw by Matt Schultz.
You're right, Terry Godwin, he's been great. 5th touchdown of the season, that Ticats touchdown, presented by Terkstra Lumber. And this time, Leggio is good on the convert. Tiger Cats were down in this football game 6-0. Now they lead 16-6. 16 straight points for the Tiger Cats with a minute 3 to go, trying to make their halftime lead a little more comfortable.
Well, unbelievable efficiency from the Hamilton Tiger Cats offense there, who has now found their rhythm and made their mark on the game. Defense holding the game in the balance, not allowing points from Calgary, and now the offense is making their mark. Matt Schultz looking very, very smart, very comfortable out there. And then Terry Godwin, what a just a beautiful catch there.
Matt Schultz has thrown a couple of touchdowns since he's come into the game. His average completion tonight is 32.5 yards. Terry Godwin now 3 straight games where he scored a touchdown. So he's got a taste of the end zone. It took him about 11 games in his CFL career to get a touchdown. Now they can't keep him up. Leggio, one of those low kicks again, and this will bounce a few times. Dedrick Mills had trouble handling it, but now he's across the 30 to 35, and Bailey Feltmate, the tackler for the Tiger Cats. 57 seconds to go until halftime. The ball will be on the Calgary 36.
Well, Matt Schultz just made that drive happen in just around a minute. Jake Mayer has a chance now to try to do the same. Like he said, from his own 36-yard line, we'll see a hurry-up effort here to try to get down there and get points.
The defense has been good for the Tiger Cats. One of those field goals gave Calgary pretty good field position on a Tiger Cats turnover on downs. They tried a fake punt that didn't work earlier in the football game. They're starting from their own 36. Mayer throwing over the middle. And Beggleton was the intended receiver, and those footsteps of number 30, Stavros Katsantonis, were right there. The ball's incomplete, but Katsantonis has sent a message with that earlier big hit on Beggleton.
Yeah, and you never know. He was, and it was the same setup, mirror image of the big hit early on, and who knows, Beggleton may be physically very challenged to extend that arm right now, depending on how his rib cage feels.
Yeah, we know he's not 100%. Big play by Katsantonis. 2nd and 10. Calgary on their own 36. Mayer's in trouble. Has to throw on the run. And Beggleton makes the catch. There's Katsantonis there again with a hard hit. Richard Leonard too. It is a first down, but Beggleton slow to get up one more time.
Yeah, and Jake Mayer ended up on the ground there too. It actually looked like a risky throw when it left his hands there. It did end up making, obviously, to the intended target, but really tight coverage. Richard Leonard there.
Stampeders up to their own 49. Flags fly. Pass is complete to Luther Hakunavanu.
Yeah, this will be on the Calgary receiving corps. About 3 of them were past the line of scrimmage when the ball was snapped. So this play's going to come back. Simone Lawrence in a little bit of pain. He's up, he's on his feet, but taking his time getting back to the huddle.
He's in a catcher's crouch.
Calgary number 86, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Simone Lawrence in a catcher's crouch right in front of the Hamilton sideline. He's up, he's walking now. And you heard Tim Croker, so that penalty was on the Stampeders. That'll push them back to their 44-yard line and set up a 1st and 15. 34 seconds to go until halftime. Hamilton leads by 10. Crowds into it at Tim Hortons Field. Jake Mayer waits, stays in the pocket, throws over the middle, and there's... Tell you what, Stavros Katsantonis, he's in the heads of the Stamps. Anything over the middle, and he is right there. That was intended for Michelle. He couldn't make the catch.
He has a Rob Hitchcock presence in the middle of the field right now, and he is throwing his body around and causing some disruption. And you love to hear this crowd. There's 22,800 in attendance here tonight, and that 5-yard penalty is in part due to the noise that you're hearing there, and it is hard for these Calgary receivers to get their timing right with the waggle, and 30 seconds left. They've got a big 2nd down.
2nd and 15. Jake Mayer throws, and this time it is complete to Michelle. He makes the catch, and
wow,
into Hamilton territory. It is enough for a 1st down.
That's a big conversion, and they are just about flirting with field goal range here on their own 50-yard line. 5 yards, 10 yards more. They'll be in range.
Wasn't a great throw from Mayer. Mark and Michelle made a nice catch. Ball's on the Hamilton 50, near sideline, almost picked off. Will Sunderland came close to the interception. He knocked it away. It's incomplete. 16 seconds to go, 2nd and 10 from the 50.
One of those very dangerous near interceptions there. That's one of those way out to the sidelines. You're all by yourself. If he intercepts that ball, very good chance to spring to your feet and go all the way. And it was close.
Will Sunderland, one of those in the waiting room, as Coach O calls it, on the practice roster, waiting for his opportunity. That's a good play by Sunderland. Calgary on the Hamilton 50. Not much time to go in the opening half. Tiger Cats are up by 10. Mayer throws, open receiver, far sideline. Tackled by Richard Leonard. He says it's going to be short of the first down. It's caught by Trey Odoms-Dukes. And the officials give the Stampeders the first down. 10 seconds to go. And under center is Mayer. He'll just spike the football. He'll spike the football, and that'll stop the clock with 7 seconds to go.
Paradis out on the field, stretching, warming up, wondering if he's going to get a chance here. 7 seconds is dicey. You can't have a play that takes up too much time if you are trying to get more yardage before the field goal. This would be a 46, 47-yard attempt, and they're going to take another shot here with 7 seconds. Another attempt to get yardage, I should say.
Interesting. We'll see what happens late in the opening half.
This will not be a shot at the end zone here.
Mayer hands it off, and it might have been a loss. Tiger Cats were ready for that. Won't be much difference.
I'm guessing that was just
Placement?
an attempt, to center the football. They were on the left hash, and now they're right in the middle of the field here, so Paradis just wanting a centered attempt there. It is something that the head coach and the kicker do talk about before the game and the week leading up is what hash is your favorite, or do you like it in the middle? And that play on second down there was just to make Paradis a little more comfortable here for a 47-yarder.
He's hit 2 in the game, 1 from 47 already. Tyreek McAllister back there, he missed it. So McAllister has it, trying to return this missed field goal. Paredes missed it. It's still a 10-point lead for the Tiger Cats. McAllister still with the football. And finally tackled by the kicker, Rene Paredes. McAllister made it interesting. But Paredes probably had some rage after missing the field goal and got down there to make the tackle and prevent the Tiger Cats from getting any more points.
Yeah, they were on the left hash. They moved it to center, and he did miss it left there. But Tyreek McAllister almost with what looked like it was about to be a game-changing missed field goal return. And 16-6 at halftime. It's some good back and forth here, RJ.
A nice comeback for the Tiger Cats. They were down 6-0, scored 16 unanswered. Matt Schultz has come in, and he's looked fantastic. Lots going on at halftime. It's 16-6. Tiger Cats at the half, presented by My Insurance Broker with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz. That's coming up. They're going to announce who will perform at halftime at the Grey Cup. So stick around for that. Andy, Bubba, Tiger Cats at the half, presented by My Insurance Broker, next on the Ticats Audio Network.
22,809 have been on their feet for several reasons here in this contest at Tim Hortons Field. Tiger Cats leading the Calgary Stampeders through 30 minutes of football, 16-6. Bubba O'Neill along with Andy Fantuz here to break things down. And I'll tell you, Andy, what turned out to be kind of a drag first quarter got really exciting in the second.
Yeah, what a turnaround from the first to the second, and you got to give this defense a lot of credit for hanging in there and just continuing to go out there and play. The offense in the first quarter could not move the ball, couldn't really get anything going, any first downs. There was even a turnover on a fake punt, so the defense was continuing to be tested, and to only give up 2 field goals in that entire first half is pretty impressive. And then the offense got the spark that they needed from Matthew Schultz, a guy we've been waiting to kind of see since he went down. And, Taylor Powell had his good games, but he just wasn't really getting anything going today. And Matthew Schultz had 1 run in the first quarter for 14 yards and a first down, and then came in his very first pass, 70-yard touchdown pass to Tim White. Ended up just in the second quarter going 6 for 10 for 195 yards and 2 touchdowns and that 1 interception. So Matthew Schultz definitely brought a spark to this team and got this 22-8 crowd on their feet. It was a lot of fun.
Tiger Cats at the half, presented by My Insurance Broker. All kinds of things going on. A little busier than we normally do, and certainly just as exciting as we continue to break down what we saw through quarter number 1 and number 2. Of course, we will bring in our alumnus of distinction, presented by Finley Insurance Lawyers. And of course, there's a little special envelope that I have in my hand and Andy has in his hand that is about to, I guess, tell us who will be playing the halftime show at Grey Cup 110 here in Hamilton. So it's really exciting. I mean, I'm actually kind of nervous also as well, too. I know, very emotional here. You know, let's talk about, obviously, the obvious here. Matthew Schultz, really not known for his arm strength, but he comes into the game and he's going deep immediately.
And I love to see that, because you didn't see any passes thrown in the third level from Taylor Powell in the whole first quarter. And when you have that, the defense kind of gets confident in breaking hard on those routes and really standing on their heels. And to go over top immediately in his first pass, immediately softened up that defense. And then you saw later he forced one into Tim White on the classic cutter play that he was overcovered, where he had Keandre wide open on the corner route, and then he hit Keandre on a deep pass. He hit Terry Godwin on that deep pass. I love to see attacking downfield, because that will open up everything else underneath and in the second level. And Matthew Schultz also has the ability to run the ball if he needs to and escape the pocket. And he's looking really sharp and confident right now. So I love the move, and I'm liking what I see. You know, the question's going to be after the game, if it keeps going this way,
right,
what happens next week, right? So
we'll worry about that next week.
We'll worry about that when it comes.
Yeah.
They need a victory right now, and to come from 0-6, from down 0-6 to 16-6, all in one quarter, is impressive.
Let's before we talk about the defense here, which obviously I think has been I think they've been really stellar against a real pass-happy Calgary club as well too. But it is time certainly to bring in our alumnus of distinction, presented by Finley Insurance Lawyer. His name is John McDonald, obviously former Tiger Cat, from a interesting time with the Tiger Cats, where they started to really get things going, rebuild the franchise, sort of rebuild the brand in the community. And you were certainly a part of that, John. Welcome to the broadcast. I think it is always an honor to see guys like yourself that gave so much of the Tiger Cats, and it really an opportunity for you to be here and be honored. I think it's great to see you.
Thank you so much. I just love to be here, especially on Truth and Reconciliation Day. So special. You know, I have family from 6 nations that are here. It's nice to be an Indigenous role model. It's nice to visit Hamilton. I always love coming down here. So, you know, what a real special occasion. I'm honored. Thanks, guys.
Who is here with you today?
Oh, my parents are here. I got the cousins. I call them the Six Nations fan club that were around when I was playing. I got my football team here. You know, I got friends, family, guys I played with at McGill. It's just like a real homecoming for me. It's really amazing.
Well, guys, we've been told here it is time for us to go to something special. And John, you're going to be a part of this as well too. We have this envelope that's in our hands right now that will be telling us who will the halftime entertainer be for Grey Cup 110 here in Hamilton.
Let's open it up.
Do we open it up yet?
We do it. Let's
open her up. Holy moly.
The great time halftime performer.
I can wait till I gotta open it.
Is
this one is like sealed up. Who did this?
You were nervous.
Okay. Andy, you got the honors.
You sure?
Okay, I say
Green Day!
Whoa!
Oh, Green Day!
Oh, yes.
Wow!
That's awesome.
Oh, that is big time.
Wow.
I love it.
Hey, folks, they've been nominated for 20 Grammy Awards. They've won 5 of them. They're members of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I also know they're Serena Williams' favorite band as well, too. Debuted in 2010 at the American Idiot on Broadway. They've been nominated for 3 Tony Awards.
That's awesome.
Boy, this is a great, great show. Wow.
There's so many hits. Oh, what are they going to play? I hope they do a little mashup, because they have so many hits.
They have so many hits. And I think that's, you know what I love about Green Day, John? It's that kind of group that gets people a little jammed up and pumped up.
This place is going to be rocking. It's awesome. I'm going to the Grey Cup too. I love Green Day. They came popular when I was about 14 years old. I'm a little bit older than Andy, so this is huge. I'm excited. Yes.
Yeah, this is great. Wow.
Well, it's fantastic. We got a little country music on the Friday night. Who knows what's coming on Saturday night? But we do know that on this field here, when there's going to be about 40,000 people here for Grey Cup 110, there'll be a kind of a mosh pit going on here, at least on the field. That's going to be a lot of fun.
We've got to tip our hat to the organizing committee, to Hamilton Sports Group, to Bob Young, and everyone down the list, Scott Mitchell, Matt Apnick, like Dave. They have just rolled this whole experience out in such an exciting way.
Yeah.
One announcement after another. It never ends. And I'm really, really looking forward to this. And I know that all of Canada is as well. So,
I mean,
good stuff. Green Day. Let's go.
They've sold over 90 million records. And I know we come from a generation of records as well, too. So we can say that. Who knows how many CDs and hits they got online as well, too. But, folks, Green Day, halftime, Sunday, November the 19th at Tim Hortons Field. Get your Grey Cup tickets today. Boy, that's a lot of fun, boy.
Yeah, I love it because, so many different generations of people or groups of people could sing along to them, right? It's not you either.
Nah.
You can relate to a lot of different people.
Well, I'm going to have to actually talk to the person who sealed up my envelope. I couldn't open it, for crying out loud. That was a lot of fun there. Ooh, we don't get that honor too often. John, we are observing National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. You did talk about that. And I know there's been special things that have happened here. We're hearing a group right now that is playing and performing for the fans as well, too. Special drum circle, that kind of stuff performance.
The heartbeat of the earth we're hearing right now.
Yeah, and which is a wonderful thing, I think, for me, because I think it's respecting who we are, the land that we're on. But I also think it's important, and we can say this for many reasons, for many other causes as well, too. Not just one day. Important to recognize all year long.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a real special moment for me because, back when I was playing, it was a bit of a footnote. It did mention when I was drafted, I was Mohawk from Six Nations, but it wasn't something that was addressed by mainstream media for the most part. It was something that was allocated to the Indigenous media, but now we're seeing the blending of the two. Now we're seeing that cross communication. We're seeing dancers and drummers. We're seeing me as the alumni of distinction on this special day. And I just think of all the kids who were like me when I was young. I grew up in Simcoe. There wasn't a lot of Indigenous role models on a daily basis, and to be that person for those people out there and for all of our people to see them represented out on the field, it's a real special event. I'm very proud, and I'm so thankful to Matt Afneck and everyone else in the Ticat organizations that have made this possible. It's just amazing. Yahweh.
It is really great. And you went from being drafted in the first round, 2002. You mentioned you went to McGill, played a few years with the Cats, and then now you're a coach. You're coaching football in the Grand Erie district, and you brought the team its first championship in
16 years.
16
yeah,
years. Can you tell us a little bit about your life now?
Well, I've been busy. I left the CFL basically to teach. My body was falling apart, and I was a starter on the 1-17 team, so I don't think my back ever recovered. So, teaching called its name, and I ended up at Pauline Johnson in Brantford, which is a lot of kids like me. We got a lot of mixed ancestry kids from Six Nations and from in town. And, we were able to pull it together, switch to a Tier 2 league and had some success, build up, teach them about the game. And then last year, everything came together and we were able to bring that championship home. So it was a real special thing for those kids. They're all here right now. They're guests of the Ticats, and it's just amazing.
Well, you've done so much to bring awareness since you were playing, and continue to be a great role model for alumni and for everyone in your district and just in the Hamilton greater area in general. So really appreciate you, and congratulations, and enjoy the rest of the game with your family.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate being on.
Role model is certainly the world. John McDonald, the former Tiger Cat, alumnus of distinction. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your day.
Thanks, guys.
Well, there we are. Let's see if we can put together 30 more minutes of proper football in the second half. 16-6, your Hamilton Tiger Cats in sort of a would really like to win situation. The Montreal Alouettes have won today. They want to keep pace and continue to put pressure on the Alouettes. 16-6. RJ and Luke have the second half in mere moments, and you're listening to the Cats and Stampeders on the Ticats Audio Network. Green Day, baby.
Wow, big announcement at halftime. Green Day is going to perform halftime at the Grey Cup. Sold more than 90 million records worldwide. Tiger Cats right now are happy with 16. That's how many points they have. They lead by 10, and we're starting the second half. Tommy Lee Lewis, he's got Bailey Feltmate and Carthel Flowers Lloyd on his back, but has a pretty good return to begin the second half. He's across the 40. Looks like he got up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and a lot of bodies, both white jerseys and black, slow to get up off the pile there. Seems like everyone's okay. It's actually Carthel Flowers Lloyd, the last to get up and sort of hobbling off the field, but he's okay. Big return there from Calgary, and it's time to put some points on the board if you're a Calgary Stampeder fan.
That's right. On the Ticats Audio Network, RJ Broadhead, Luke Tasker with you.
We might have some listening.
Well,
we want to cater to them as well.
Absolutely we do. I just wanted to play off that a little bit. So the Stamps, they're fighting for their playoff lives. Luke's right. They need points, but the Tiger Cats defense has been so good in this game. They've just given up a couple of field goals. Paredes missed one, and that carry is only for about a yard. So again, the Tiger Cats defense, Luke, is setting up a second and long for the Stamps.
Yeah, right off the bat, unbelievable half by the Ticat defense, the first half that is, and before the game, I felt that they were ready to have a dominant game, and so far it has been.
You said it. You did say that. And when we joined Bubba and Andy in the pregame show, you said it will be a dominant performance by the defense. They still have a half to go. It's been good so far. Let's see if they can get the stop on second down. They don't. It's a completion over the middle, and it is a first down and more into Tiger Cats territory. It's Trey Odoms-Duke who made the catch. And this will be on the Hamilton 49. That quieted things at Tim Hortons Field.
Yeah, really good throw from Jake Mayer to his left side. A dig route behind the linebacking core there. The big gain, like you said, across the Hamilton 50.
Stavros Katsantonis just missed making the tackle. So here's Calgary on the Hamilton 49. 4 receivers to the right, but it is a handoff to Kareem Carey, and Mo Diallo back in the lineup with Ted Laurent hurt. And he slowed Carey down, who had a real head of steam as he got to the line of scrimmage. Pretty good run, too. Gets about 8. They'll give him 7 yards. 2nd and 3 from the Hamilton 42.
Tackle for a loss in this field position, RJ, is huge as they're right on the cusp of field goal range here.
And Paredes missed his last one, so he'll be thinking about it. Jake Mayer, 3 receivers to the right, and it's a wide receiver screen. That ball took a long time to get there. Reggie Beggleton made the catch. Richard Leonard hurried over to make the tackle, but boy, he just had enough for the first down. The officials say it's good, and they're down to the 39 of the Tiger Cats with a fresh set of downs.
Well, Beggleton seen a few catches, some production, some first downs since leaving the game early after a big hit, but he's back out there and battling a little bit for his Calgary offense here.
Yeah, Luke, he can't be 100%, but he knows if the Stamps lose this game, their chances of making the playoffs are not good. So he is playing no matter what. Jake Mayer, pump fake, throws, it's tipped. It was up in the air and it falls to the turf. It's incomplete.
I think it was Casey Sales there who got the hand on it in the pass rush to the right side, offensive right side there. And again, Hamilton giving themselves a chance here, a tough second down position they put Calgary in, and they're still right at their, well, it's at their 39-yard line. You still are. This is not a gimme field goal, especially like you said, after the miss before the half from Calgary.
Had a whole half to think about it. Tiger Cats lead 16-6. This game was 6-0 Calgary, so Hamilton, after the first quarter, was able to score 16 straight points. 2nd and 10 from the Hamilton 39. Jake Mayer stays in the pocket. He throws. That one's almost picked off. Will Sunderland, that's twice in this game that Sunderland almost had an interception.
Yeah, that one was even closer. That one really kind of bounced off of his maybe upper arm as he was sort of diving back towards the quarterback in coverage there. little bit of a missed target from Jake Mayer, and now you have forced the field goal here. So what are we now? 46 and a half. This is pretty much the same distance going the other direction.
Now, Calgary going from right to left in this third quarter. Hamilton leads by 10. 46-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up. Wow, just enough. Yep. Not much leg to spare, but it is good. And the Stampeders cut into this Tiger Cats lead. It is now 16-9. Hamilton leads. We'll get the first taste of the Ticats offense in this second half when we come back on the Ticats Audio Network. You know that music, it's Green Day. They'll perform halftime at the Grey Cup. And Green Day, the #1 trending topic on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter right now. Tiger Cats offense on the field. 40-yard line is where they begin. Matt Schultz is the quarterback. Hands off to James Butler, and he goes to the right. Won't get much, maybe a yard. James Butler has worked for everything he's got in the last few games. Yep. He's up over 30 yards, but there hasn't been much that's been very easy. Teams have really come in and decided to shut down the running game of the Tiger Cats.
That's right. Interesting personnel in here. Tyreek McAllister and Sean Thomas Erlington both in the game, both very versatile, and we'll see how they mix in together on this 2nd and 9.
And an interesting formation. Tiger Cats will end up with 4 receivers to the left. Schultz looks that direction, but now he runs right. He's going to keep it. He's across the 45, the 50, and dives ahead. It is a first down. Matt Schultz. Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down. What injury earlier this year?
Right, and that very gutsy kind of, he does take a shot, but this is one of those circumstances. This is a smart hit to take. One reason is he had to do it for the first down. He also sort of gets launched forward by this one and leaves a trail of Calgary defenders actually on the field. Interesting play and a great decision by Schultz.
Ball up to the 52, still on the Tiger Cats side of the football field. James Butler trying to change that, got close to the center line, and a second effort might have got him over the center line. We'll see where they spot it. Might be right at midfield, which would be a gain of about 4. Matt Schultz has come into this football game. Taylor Powell started. Schultz came in, had a run. Powell came back in, and then Schultz threw a long bomb 70-yard touchdown to Tim White, and he's been in ever since. He's gone 6 for 10, 195 yards passing. He's thrown a couple of touchdowns, also has thrown an interception. Here's a 2nd and 7, right at midfield. Schultz in the shotgun, gets the snap, throws immediately. Godwin had it, but took a hard hit and couldn't hang on.
Deep blitz from the secondary of Calgary all the way back from a free safety position. It's Sean Thomas Erlington who stepped up and handled that, allowing Matt Schultz the time to throw that ball, but Terry Godwin within the catchable radius there, but kind of getting hit in multiple directions as he tries to secure that ball.
So the Stampeders begin the second half with a field goal. Tiger Cats will have to punt. Kari Vedvik took a couple of steps to his right, then kicked it to the left, and it slowly rolls out of bounds inside the 15. A good kick from Corey Vedvik. Tiger Cats lead early in the third quarter, 16-9. There's 8:35 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break and be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. You got to be at Grey Cup. That's Green Day. They're going to be performing at halftime. Should be a fantastic game. The Grey Cup game usually is. Hamilton will put on an exceptional show. And now we know the halftime performers will be Green Day. That's exciting. Tiger Cats lead the football game with 8.5 to go in the third quarter. It's 16-9, and Calgary beginning this drive from their own 14. Tim Hortons Field crowd behind their Tiger Cats, and Akunavanu was able to get away from a tackle that would have been a loss. And then he turned it into some pretty good yardage. Looks like a 9-yard gain on the toss from Jake Mayer.
Yeah, good quick exchange in the backfield. A little short toss, pitch forward actually to Hakuna Vanu. We'll see. The Ticat defense have a lot of space behind them here. A lot of work to do for this Calgary offense to put points on the board this time.
2nd and 2 from their own 22. Handoff. And they'll have enough for the first down. This is the worst starting field position for the Stamps tonight, beginning from their own 14. That was Diedrich Mills with the carry. Just over 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Calgary moved the ball on their opening drive of the second half, was able to get a field goal. Tiger Cats defense trying to dig in here. It's a 1st and 10 for the Stamps. Jake Mayer leads the CFL in passing yards coming into this week. He's thrown for 143 in this game. Fakes the handoff, throws, completes it to Trey Odoms-Dukes, and he's up across the 35-yard line. Good for another Calgary first down.
Yeah, a little bit too easy there. A little play action. Jake Mary, he very quickly sets his feet and gets in his throwing position after the fake handoff. And it's just a quick hitch out there. The high halfback makes a very, very wide open bubble there to the short side of the field, which was the left, and a pretty quick first down.
That gets Calgary to their own 36. 3 receivers to the right. That is the field side. Handoff to Mills. He's got a bit of a hole. He's dropped the football. Oh, it's still loose. Couple of Tiger Cats had a chance to get it, and then Will Sunderland does.
I think it was Kenneth George Jr. Big hit way downfield. And then Will Sunderland finally gets that turnover. He's been very close tonight. This one comes in the form of a fumble recovery. But the Ticat defense, they're going to take over, man. They're not giving up an inch here. And what a play there. Group tackle, and it pays off.
The defense has been a story. Big takeaway. It's 16-9 Tiger Cats. 6:09 to go in the third quarter. Tiger Cats football when we come back on the Ticats Audio Network.
I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams.
You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network.
Great to have you with us on the Ticats Audio Network. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. You heard Green Day. They will perform at halftime. Let's just go through things for the Grey Cup week. We know Carrie Underwood on Friday will play. Saturday is the Santa Claus Parade. And then Sunday at halftime, Grey Cup, Green Day. That sounds like a pretty good weekend. Matt Schultz back on the field after that takeaway by the Hamilton defense. His first pass intended for Terry Godwin, and it's a little out of his reach. He can't make the catch, so it's incomplete.
Yeah, a little bit of a missed throw there. They had that. Terry Godwin won his route to the left side, had the depth to move the chains here for a first down, but Schultz, of course, he's just getting back into things after quite a while being out with injury, and that was a missed throw over the top of Terry Godwin.
Matt Schultz has been successful on deep balls, which usually takes some timing. Comes right back in. He is the quarterback for the Tiger Cats. 2nd and 10. Ball on the Hamilton 46. Stays in the pocket, and that evaporates. Schultz is sacked. He's brought down. Mike Rose right there. He's the sack leader for the Stampeders. If he gets that one, that would be his 9th of the season, and that'll be it for the Ticats on offense. They can't turn that takeaway into points.
That's right. I was going to say the same thing, RJ. Turnover in that first half there, and the Stampeders were not able to make the most of it from turnover from the Ticats, and now the Ticats get one, and they really can't do much either with it.
So it's still a 7-point lead for the Tiger Cats, 16-9, just under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lots of football to go. Tiger Cats win, they're in the playoffs. Vedvik just got that kick away, and maybe he was rushed a bit. Not a great kick. Tommy Lee Lewis is tackled with a great tackle. If it's not a great kick, you need a great tackle, and the Tiger Cats got one from the CFL's special teams tackles leader, Carthel Flowers Lloyd, and the Stamps will have to start inside their own 40. We'll take another break. 16-9, Ticats lead with 4:43 to go in the third quarter. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Green Day performing at halftime Grey Cup. That will be exciting. Want to say hello to some of our listeners on the Ticats Audio Network. John Gardner in Alexandria, Virginia. Go Cats and Hi Luke from Homestead, Sweden. Nice following for Luke Tasker in Sweden. That's good to know.
Very nice.
Joe Burley, Sarnia, and he's wondering, how can I win Green Day tickets?
Yeah, how can you?
Well, how about getting Grey Cup tickets?
Yeah,
they're
only
playing
way
at
to do it.
halftime. So you get to see an amazing football game. Maybe the Tiger Cats will be in it. They're trying to punch their ticket to the playoffs tonight. With a win, they can do it. So go to Ticketmaster.ca. All the details are on Ticats.ca. Great to have you listening on the Ticats Audio Network. If you want to let us know where you're listening from, game day at Ticats.ca. The defense was just pumping their arms in the air to get the crowd loud at Tim Hortons Field, and the crowd obliged. From the 38-yard line, it's basically a fly sweep here to Reggie Beggleton. They get the football in his hands, and he runs off to the left and will get about 6 yards.
A good battle there. You had all the blocking receivers out in front of Beggleton for Calgary, working and fighting to get on a man, and equally you had the secondary for Hamilton really fighting to break those blocks and get there, and ended up being a 6-yard gain, but good effort by the Ticats to get into what was a well-designed fly sweep.
Now an important 2nd and 4. Important for both teams. Ticats want the stop. Stampeders want to keep this drive going. They're on their own 44. Jake Mayer drops back, throws to his right, and it was way behind Beggleton. And Richard Leonard made an effort to try to get to that errant football. He couldn't. It's incomplete. And the Stampeders will likely punt.
Really long throw there, almost like a comeback or a curl down the right sideline. Jake Mayer's perspective, but his hands were on his helmet after that play. He clearly missed that throw or was on a different page with Beggleton, the intended target.
Cody Grace, the punter. Tyreek McAllister waits for this high punt to come down. It does at about the 12-yard line, and he gets across the 20, and the Stampeders were able to stop him there. There is a flag.
We'll see really good coverage there from the Calgary punt team.
During the return, illegal block. Hamilton, number 31. That's a 10-yard penalty, first down.
Even better by that Calgary punt team to corral Tyreek McAllister and then force the illegal block here. And it's Matt Schultz and his crew that are going to start from way back in Hamilton end here.
It's been a quiet second half for Matt Schultz and the Tiger Cats offense so far. 2 possessions. They've had to punt both times. 8 plays, 8 yards is all they've been able to muster. And this football finally is spotted on the Hamilton 10-yard line.
Well, we mentioned earlier in this game, RJ, the Ticats come into this the most penalized special teams unit, and it's getting worse as this game progresses, unfortunately.
Matt Schultz, 4 receivers to his left. That's the field side. 1 on the boundary side. That's Terry Godwin. Schultz wants to keep it. He gets across the 10, and he'll work his way to the 15. Looked like a design quarterback keeper to get 5 yards. Matt Schultz has the offense huddling. 2nd and 5 from their own 15. Matt Schultz has run a couple of times in this game. He's up to 30 yards rushing. Tiger Cats need to convert this, otherwise they'll be punting from deep in their own zone. Matt Schultz throws, it's caught. Keandre Smith gets the first down. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down. Talked to Keandre about this week. He gets to that first down marker and stations himself in an opening, and it's worked time and time again, and it does here.
Yep, good job with the depth of the route, and sometimes it's designed, sometimes it requires some thinking and some savviness depending on the concept. And Keandre Smith, you're right, he was just straddling that line, and they give it to him immediately.
Keandre Smith has caught the most passes of any Tiger Cat with 3 in this game, coming off that big game last week against Toronto. Here's James Butler with a run, and it's a good run. Just off to the left. He'll get close to 8 yards.
Good 3 positive plays there. You get a 5-yard run by Schultz, the completion to Keandre Smith, and then James Butler with a really nice 7-yard run here. With a 7-point lead in this game, if you can keep drives going like this, the game's just going to disappear on the Stampeders. This kind of play call, keeping the ball in bounds, taking what you can get, really eats up the clock, and this third quarter's closing in on a minute left here.
And it's been important to move the ball. They begin this drive on their own 10. 2nd and 2 from the 28. Schultz hands off. James Butler has broken this one. He's across the 40, trying to stay on his feet. And that last line of defense of the Stampeders was able to stop him at the Tiger Cats 45, an 18-yard run. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down.
I think it was Nick Taylor, the free safety, actually up in the box and able to get dragged along there by James Butler for a good 10 yards, and if he hadn't held on, that could have been a big gain for Butler, who is excited to have broken into some open space finally.
Yes.
It's been a struggle.
It has. It's been hard work for everything, but every time James Butler touches the football, that's possible. That was close. Not much time to go in the third quarter. 15 seconds. Clock is running. Ball up to the 45. Schultz under pressure, dumps it off to Butler. He's behind the line of scrimmage. He tried to get away, could not, and that'll be loss of a couple of yards for the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, taking back into that yardage James Butler just gained on the ground. They're going to lose it in the pass game here after a check down. Matt Schultz close to getting sacked there and gets away. An incompletion would have been preferable, though, in this case. And tough 2nd and 16, it looks like here.
Yeah, loss of 6 there for James Butler on the outlet for Matt Schultz, who was under pressure. Ball's now on the Hamilton 39. Long 2nd down here. They need 16 yards. Schultz waits, dumps it off, but it's over the head of James Butler. It's incomplete. And that's the last play of the third quarter. 1 quarter to go, and it is a close game. A Tiger Cats win. They're officially in the playoffs. Stampeders, they need to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. We've got 1 quarter to decide this one at Tim Hortons Field. Tiger Cats lead 16-9. Fourth quarter coming up on the Ticats Audio Network.
The Ticats Audio Network.
Green Day playing halftime at the Grey Cup. So much going on, including the Coors Light Caretakers Game Day warm-up hosted by Tiger Town Council at the Bernie Morelli Rec Center for hours before the 110th Grey Cup game. For more information, to get tickets, go to greycupfestival.ca/events. Corey Vedvik to begin the fourth quarter is punting. Tommy Lee Lewis, he's dangerous, gets it at his own 19, starts running to his left. Now he goes to his right, and he's doing some hop steps, some stutter steps, trying to fool this punt coverage team of the Tiger Cats, and he cannot. Looks like Nick Cross was the first to get to him.
A lot of pushing and shoving here at the end of this return, and that was a pretty good spread there from the Ticats punt team. They were able to sort of hem that in pretty good and at least flip the field after what was kind of a disappointing end to that drive. You saw James Butler kind of come alive for a second, and then a loss of yards there forces the punt, but the Ticat defense on the field again. RJ, the defense has played so well tonight, prevented touchdowns, kept them to field goals, but the truth of the matter is this is a 1-score game.
Yes.
You don't know what's going to happen here, and any of these players on Calgary could break this thing open.
Yeah, you're right. Calgary's dangerous. Jake Mayer under pressure, and he tried to get the screen to Kadeem Carey. It was a little bit short, couldn't make the catch. Simone Lawrence, one of the Tiger Cats, putting pressure on Mayer.
Yeah, putting pressure on and getting a little hand on that ball. The screen was kind of setting up nicely, and Simone Lawrence in pursuit, able to disrupt the throw. Hamilton defense, 2nd and 10. They've got the advantage here again, well back into Calgary territory.
Ball on the Stampeders 24. Crowd trying to make it difficult for Jake Mayer and the Stampeders to hear. Mayer drops back, throws, it's caught. Big hit thrown by Will Sunderland. The ball is caught well short of the first down. There is a flag in the Calgary backfield.
The hit was great at the point of the catch, which, like you said, is still short of the first down, but in the offensive backfield, there's a penalty here. Jake Mayer ended up on the ground there.
Tim Croker is the referee. There's been a lot of penalties in this football game.
Jagarrett Dave.
Roughing the passer. Hamilton, number 56, 15 yards from the end of the play, and an automatic first down.
Wow. Now that hurts. Tiger Cats had to stop roughing the passer on Jagarrett Davis.
He's still, he better cool out. He's still making his case with the refereeing crew well behind the line of scrimmage and in Calgary's backfield. But Jagarrett Davis needs to get back to this defensive lineup here, whether he's right or wrong about his argument. That's 15 yards from the reception. Big gain here by Calgary.
Yeah, moves them up to their own 44. Hamilton's taken 81 yards in penalties in this football game. Calgary's taken 80 yards, and it's early in the fourth quarter. Coach O has challenged this roughing the passer call.
He's taking a stance with this guy, Jagarrett Davis here. This is very interesting. And
Hamilton is challenging the play, the call of roughing the passer. The play will be reviewed.
The interesting thing are everybody, you get a penalty and they argue a little bit. You know, make your case, but you could sort of see Jagarrett Davis intently believed that he was not roughing the passer. And as we take another look at it, I mean,
well, he really had nowhere to go. The offensive lineman was right behind him, kind of pushing him in. We're going to take a break, and we will get the decision when we come back. 13:47 to go in the game. Hamilton leads by 7. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Challenge from Coach O. I think we have the decision. Tim Croker, the referee. It was a roughing the passer call on Jagarrett Davis. Coach O challenged. And we'll have to see what the final decision is.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Hamilton, on losing the challenge, has lost a timeout. First down, Calgary.
So that penalty initially helped the Stamps. Nothing changes. Coach O 1 for 6 in challenges this season. Those are always tough to overturn on the quarterback. Ball on the Calgary 44. Fresh set of downs, early fourth quarter. It's just a 7-point game. 4 receivers to the field side. Mayer hasn't even looked that way. And Casey Sales has him. It's a sack for Sales.
No question this time. Sales just bull rushing his way into the offensive backfield and wrapping up Mayer, who did not have a chance of escaping that. Wow, what a response to the setback. That was a 20-yard swing in that play. It was a 5-yard reception plus the 15-yard roughing the passer, and they follow up that with a loss of 10 with a quarterback sack. This defense resilient.
2 offensive linemen on Casey Sales. He would not be stopped. That's his 5th sack, tied for the team lead with Malik Carney. Ball back on the 36, flags fly, and they'll stop this play.
This might be Jagarrett Davis jumping off.
Procedure. Calgary, number 54.
There you go. Calgary moved a little early there, and the penalties are numerous.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of penalties in the game. Jagarrett Davis might have saw a little bit of movement on the offensive lineman and made sure that that was going to be called. He's a veteran guy.
Well, how about that? 15-yard roughing the passer. Then the defense follows up with a 10-yard tackle for a loss and a 5-yard penalty against Calgary and just take it all back. That's great.
Kind of where we were before.
Yes.
Ball on the Calgary 31. It's 2nd and 23. Mayer, he'll dump it off to Dedrick Mills. Hope that the running back can do the rest. He cannot. Jameer Thurman in on the tackle. Mason Bennett there too. And the Stamps, after all that, will have to punt.
We saw a very interesting play in the CFL in a situation like that earlier today. Montreal-Ottawa. If you haven't seen it, find it on social media somewhere, because it's a very interesting little punt loophole where Montreal kept the ball and made the conversion, but I was looking out for it there, RJ.
Grace Punt, and Tyreek McAllister gets it at his own 25, fakes to the inside, goes to the outside, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. The 45, the 50, still on his feet. He's across midfield, finally brought down just short of the Calgary 45. They had so many chances to tackle him, and McAllister wouldn't give in. He gives the Tiger Cats great starting field position. With 11:40 to go, we'll take a break. Tiger Cats lead 16-9. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. Green Day performing halftime Grey Cup. Another great event happening early in the Grey Cup Festival this year is the Sport Hamilton Breakfast of Champions presented by Stelco. It's Tuesday, November 14th. For more information, greycupfestival.ca/events. So much going on. Hope to see you in Hamilton. It will be exciting. We know Green Day at halftime. We don't know the teams who will be playing yet. Still a lot of football to go. Tiger Cats are trying to get into the postseason tonight. They lead the game. Matt Schultz throws near sideline. Tim White makes the catch. It is a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
I've really enjoyed watching the personnel and formation like what we just had, and that is a big body set in there. What that makes is for a max pass protection and less receivers out there, but what that means is just more space. There's less defensive backs in that secondary, and we've seen Scott Milanovic isolate some guys out there. Tim White gets the call there and just runs a one-on-one comeback route. Great throw by Schultz.
Tyreek McAllister, a good return, good gain on that first play. Tiger Cats are down to the Calgary 26. Schultz throws again. This time it's Tim White again on the other side of the field. He's across the 20. He'll be a few yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, same type of set again. This time Tim White is in the slot. Same though, 3-receiver set. Good reception, a little 5-yard out route, a little Oscar there, and he's able to get a few more for a favorable second down here.
2nd and 4. Ball is on the Calgary 20. Tiger Cats lead by 7. Hoping to get some more points. The Tiger Cats in all black with the gold numbers, gold stripe on the pants, going from right to left. Here's the 2nd and 4. Schultz gets the snap, and the Stampeders were on him immediately.
Well, it was interesting. It was cover 0, so Stampeders are bringing everybody who's not one-to-one assigned to an eligible, and Matt Schultz tucked that very quickly. I'm almost wondering if he did not have a check down option in that play and knew he had to take off. But either way, he was stopped hard in a tackle for a loss in the backfield.
Mike Rose made the tackle for Calgary. Mark Leggio steps up to attempt a field goal. Looks like this one will be a 31-yard attempt for Mark Leggio. Only been 3 points scored in this second half. Calgary got them. Mark Leggio trying to erase that. High snap brought down. The kick is good. Mark Leggio makes the field goal. And it's a 19-9 lead for the Tiger Cats. They get their lead back up to 2 possessions in 10 points with 9:11 to go in the football game. An important field goal for the Tiger Cats, all set up with a good return from Tyreek McAllister, and he's good for at least one dynamic return a game.
Yeah, big return and then a big throw to Tim White there to move down into Calgary territory and secure that field goal. And Calgary now taking the ball over with just over 9 minutes left in the game, and that field goal making it 2 scores. That is big, RJ.
Fraser Sopuk is down on the field, former Stampeder in his first year with the Tiger Cats. And he's recently come back into the lineup after an injury. Valuable player. Effective on special teams. It's like they're taking a look on his left leg around the knee area. And he's up. And he's jogging. So that's fantastic news for number 32 of the Tiger Cats as he heads to the Tiger Cats sideline. Beautiful evening. Final day of September. Full moon. What happens when September ends? Green Day plays at halftime.
Gets announced for the halftime, yes.
Calgary on their own 40, and bit of a hole here for Kadeem Carey, and he is barreling into Tiger Cats, and it'll be very close to a first down on that physical run.
Very physical and really interesting design there. That was sort of a delayed handoff, but the Ticat defense was compromised in numbers there. Kadeem Carey not touched until he was nearing that first down marker.
It is a first down for the Stampeders, so now they're up to their own 50. 8.5 minutes to go in the football game. Hamilton leads by 10. Defense has been a big story for the Tiger Cats in this game. Mayer, play action, waits, has time, throws, open receiver. Threw behind Mark and Michelle, but he made a nice catch, and he spins ahead, and he's in Hamilton territory. Down to the Tiger Cats 45. It's another first down for Calgary.
Well, there's Calgary doing a little 3-receiver set. Max protection. They got a bunch of guys protecting Jake Mayer, giving him time, and that's a long crossing route from right to left. Michel pulls it in almost one-handed, actually. Throw a little bit behind him, but good throw and catch.
Ball on the Tiger Cats 45, and the crowd comes alive at Tim Hortons Field, sensing their defense might need a little boost. Mayer throws deep down the far sideline, and Michelle actually makes the catch, but he's about 3 yards out of bounds. So he had no chance to catch that one in bounds, and that will go as an incompletion.
Okay, ball at the 45 for Hamilton. If they can force an incompletion here, you're going to have a 52-yard attempt for Calgary if you want to give Paradis that opportunity. Interesting space here, though, where Calgary, every yard gained matters, even short of the first down, because you're just making that kick a little bit more likely here, and it is a two-possession game, excuse me.
2nd and 10 from the Hamilton 45. Crowd a little bit louder, a few decibels louder. Jake Mayer throws over the middle. It's caught. It's good for a first down for Calgary. Trey Odoms-Dukes makes the catch. George the tackle.
Yeah, cover 0 there. Simone Lawrence adding into that rush late. You've got 5 receivers and 5 DBs matched up, but good job by Mayer. Scans the field and sees Kenneth George Jr. way too far off there for a cover 0 and hits the completion to his left.
Calgary up to the 32. Jake Mayer, play action, then ran to his right, and it is incomplete. Tucker was the closest receiver for the Stampeders.
Jagarrett Davis in pursuit there as Mayer escaped the pocket to his right side. Jagarrett causing some disruption there. He got called with that roughing the passer earlier. That was costly, but you can see he's fired up and making his way into that backfield.
Well, Jagarrett Davis, interesting season for him. He was actually traded to Calgary. That trade was void. He got healthy. He's back in the Tiger Cats lineup, trying to stay there. 2nd and 10 from the Hamilton 32. Big down here. Jake Mayer wants it all. Going end zone, throwing, and it is incomplete. Odoms-Dukes was the intended receiver. He had a crack at it.
Wow.
So did Katsantonis. Tiger Cats came close to picking it off. The bottom line, it is incomplete.
Yes, and it was Dexter Lawson in coverage from the start of the play. Katsantonis coming in over the top. It actually did look there like Calgary. Odoms-Dukes had sort of the leverage. I mean, the route was there, but the ball timing and the ability of Katsantonis and Dexter Lawson to catch up was right on the money.
It's a 39-yard field goal attempt for Rene Paredes, but hang on.
Calgary number 58. 5-yard penalty.
Oh.
Remains third down.
So that makes things a little more interesting. These penalties have hurt both teams. Will this one be costly by the Stampeders?
This is what I'm always looking for here. You get to this touchy field position here, and a tackle for a loss is even more costly than in other spots on the field. Penalty goes the same. I mean, that is not easy in a kicker's psychology to take a 5-yard penalty right before you have to make the kick.
This is a 44-yard attempt. Paredes has missed from 47 in this direction. The kick is up. It is good. A clutch kick from Rene Paredes. And that gets Calgary within one score again. It's 19-12. It is a 7-point lead for the Tiger Cats, and there's 5:49 to play. Always exciting when the Tiger Cats play. Big finish coming up. Stick around. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Green Day playing halftime at the Grey Cup. That was just announced tonight at halftime, and the Hamilton Proud flag is being transferred by the fans across the east side of the stadium at Tim Hortons Field, and Green Day's playing, and the crowd is singing. That'll be a fantastic halftime show. Carrie Underwood on Friday, November 17th, Santa Claus Parade Saturday, the game Sunday with Green Day. So much fun with Grey Cup coming up. Can the Tiger Cats cap off this big announcement with clinching a playoff spot? We'll find out. 5.5 to go in the football game. They're up by 7. Play action from Matt Schultz. Then he dumps it to James Butler. Makes one man miss, and Julian Hauser, the former Tiger Cat, finally makes the tackle after a 5 or 6 yard gain for Butler.
Well, Calgary able to move the ball down the field on their last drive. Part of that story there, too, is they ate up 3.5 minutes getting down there and had to settle for a field goal. And the Ticats now are in control, and the clock is going to tick past 5 minutes here. Can he get points and take it back to a 2-score game?
Important second down, 2nd and 5. It's incomplete. Tiger Cats were up to their 45. It's incomplete, and they're 5 yards shy of the first down. That will bring out the punting unit and Corey Vedvik.
Yeah, a little miss there from Schultz, it looked like to me. A little bit too low and outside. Probably the throw was there to Tim White. But punting again here, unfortunately, and the Ticat defense get called on to once more stop Calgary's offense.
Matt Schultz, he did have some pressure in his face, so he had to get rid of that football. Bottom line, it's incomplete, and Calgary's getting this back. 4:40 to go, and Corey Vedvik is taking as much time off the clock as he can. 2 seconds, and finally gets the snap. The kick is in the air, and Tommy Lee Lewis running ahead, gets it at his own 30, makes a nice move. He's across the 35, now the 40, getting to the outside, and finally tackled by Felix Garon-Gauthier. He'll be just past the 45-yard line in good starting field position for the Stampeders on a dangerous-looking return.
Yeah, it's very Tyreek McAllister-esque there, as you never know if one's going to break open when he gets to the open field there, but good pursuit from the Ticats punt team to track him down. Okay, their own 46-yard line, 4.5 minutes left. After all that, we've got an interesting setup here to end this game.
We do. Tiger Cats defense has been strong all game. They have to even step it up a little more. Empty backfield for Mayer, wants to pass, stays right in the pocket, didn't take a step, throws and completes it to his check down kid in Carey, and he can't get much, maybe a couple of yards. This is the best starting field position for the Stampeders in this second half. Stamps have had 13 possessions in the game. They've punted 7 times. Rene Paredes has kicked 4 field goals. Stampeders have also fumbled, and Paredes has also missed a field goal. It's a 7-point lead, Luke, for the Tiger Cats with 4:05 to go.
Yeah, and Calgary, I mean, for not having scored a touchdown in this game so far, Calgary, they've got every chance right now to put this game, to tie this game with a touchdown. Interesting use of a timeout there, though, RJ, before the 3-minute warning. Stop the clock and get a few extra plays in.
Yes. It's a 2nd and 9, maybe more like 8.5 from their own 47. Mayer under pressure, still on his feet, slings one out to the near sideline, and it's thrown out of bounds. Mayer getting rid of it. And Calgary can't do much after the Tiger Cats were 2 and out. They have to bring their punt team out. 3:58 to go in the game. Cody Grace on his own 30, maybe 31-yard line where he stands now. Tyreek McAllister, he's had one big return in this 4th quarter. He's back. South end zone. ready to run from right to left. Grace trying to avoid McAllister. He read it well, though. He knew he was going to kick it to the far side. Gets it at his own 10. Now he's going to try to come back to where he started. He gets to the outside. He's across the 20, the 30. He's got open field. He's up to the 50. Cuts to the middle, across midfield, across the Calgary 50. Finally brought down. Another fantastic return from Tyreek McAllister.
Another. It's game-changing. Just takes back 60 yards that his offense does not have to earn, and that was very Speedy B right there. He caught it on the far sidelines at the 10-yard line and looped all the way back to the field side, got to the sidelines. What a great return, and now the Ticats can start inside the Calgary 50-yard line. That's a 54-yard punt return by McAllister. Unbelievable job.
On a 56-yard punt.
A huge kick, yeah.
So, 2 yards away from Calgary where they started, and here's a big gain for James Butler. He's broken one. He's across the 40 down to the 35. Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down, and James Butler is starting to buzz in this one.
Well, the big return, the big run by Butler. 2 of the last 3 drives, the Hamilton offense has been able to start in Calgary territory. You've got to make the most of this and turn these into points.
Tiger Cats in good position. We're at the 3-minute warning. 19-12. It's a close game. Tiger Cats lead, but the offense is moving the football. We'll be right back with the finish of this one on the Ticats Audio Network.
The Ticats Audio Network.
Did you miss the announcement at halftime? Green Day, you just heard them. They will be playing halftime at Grey Cup. Carrie Underwood on Friday, Green Day. Who's going to be playing in the Grey Cup? We'll see. Tiger Cats are trying to get their dance card to the playoffs. Ball on the 34. It's a handoff to James Butler. Goes a little bit to his right and gets a gain of about 2 yards.
Unbelievable job. Tyreek McAllister in this fourth quarter has on 2 occasions given Matt Schultz a short field there, and you just cannot ask for more from your special teams unit. And after all the penalties that came from special teams early in this game, they've sort of been the phase of this game that's really been outperforming Calgary in at the end here.
Ball's moved up to the Stamps 32. It's a 2nd and 8. Matt Schultz hands off to James Butler again, and he is working to get to the first down. He's going to be close. He's got it. He's got it. He's down to the 20. It's a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling, and then James Butler rolls in a couple of somersaults afterwards.
All the way down inside the 20. Haven't seen this a lot, RJ, with the Ticats being deep into Calgary territory. In fact, you haven't seen either team drive the ball down into their opponent's territory. We have not really seen the red zone offenses in this game, but here Hamilton has an opportunity.
James Butler has been a big factor. Came into this game 150 yards short of 1,000 yards. He's trying to put a big dent into that number. Right now, he would need less than 70. He's got the ball again. Does he have enough time to get there tonight? This one won't be as big of a gain, but the offensive line is pushing him for extra yards. The issue is, when did that whistle go? And it looks like they'll stop it at about a 1, maybe 2-yard gain. Otherwise, might have been close to another first down.
Yeah, they're not going to give him all of that. Unfortunately, the Ticats will find themselves in 2nd and 8 after a great second effort by all that front 5, helping James Butler push closer to that 100-yard mark on the night.
Tiger Cats with a win, clinch a playoff spot. They play Montreal in the final game of the regular season. So the Tiger Cats will play Saskatchewan, then BC, then they have a bye, and then they have that Montreal game. They'd love to be tied or ahead of Montreal for that final game because Montreal has the tiebreaker. Currently, Montreal, if the Tiger Cats win, still are 2 points ahead of the Tiger Cats, and they'll host Ottawa next week. Exciting this time of year as the playoffs are on the horizon. Minute 46 to go in the game. 2nd and 8 for the Tiger Cats. They're on the Calgary 18-yard line. Matt Schultz right back to James Butler. Stutter step at the line, trying to get down to the 10. That's what he needed for the first down. Did not get there. Tiger Cats will be a little bit short of the first down. We expect to see Mark Leggio here, do we not, Luke?
Oh, yes. Big field goal. And the Ticats, after the McAllister return, Ticats offense able to push this down to a very high probability field goal here. And, of course, that makes it a 2-score game again. We volleyed back and forth in this second half from a 1-score game to a 2-score game. And the Hamilton Ticats able to give themselves a chance to put it back to the 2-score game with very little time left for Calgary.
This will be a 21-yard field goal attempt for Mark Leggio. He's 2 for 2 in the game. He's hit from 41 and 31. Gordon White, the long snapper. Corey Vedvik, the holder. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. Mark Leggio hits it from 21 yards, and that gets the Tiger Cats back to 10 points ahead. It's 22-12 with a minute 19 to go.
Well, right now I'm just so impressed with the Ticat defense and the Ticat special teams in this second half, the special teams with the big returns, but this Ticat defense has just not shown a weakness. And when there's been a big play, they've answered it with a big defensive play, whether that be a great tackle in the open field or a sack for a loss. They had the turnover earlier, and it almost just seems kind of like a helpless effort for the Calgary offense. I mean, that's really how good this Ticat defense has been.
Yeah, you're right, Luke. The defense, we've seen it a lot this season, and they're doing it again tonight, trying to limit what Calgary's been able to do. In fact, the Stampeders have now gone 21 straight drives without a touchdown. Tiger Cats want to make it 22. So we saw Tyreek McAllister really change things with a couple of great returns in this fourth quarter. The Stampeders will hope to get that from Tommy Lee Lewis. He wears number 7 for the Stampeders. Leggio kicks it away from Lewis, and it's Dedrick Mills who gets it up to the 20, the 30, and he slips. He slipped before any Tiger Cats could get to him, and Calgary will have to start this drive, looks like, from their 32-yard line.
Well, Carthel Flowers Lloyd is going to get credited for that tackle there, and he's been all over the place tonight. Just an unbelievable Tyreek McAllister handling sort of the offensive attack of the special teams unit, and Carthel Flowers Lloyd coming in big on sort of the defensive effort for the special teams unit, and they've been a great combination.
He'll take that. He's a special teams tackles leader in the CFL.
Right.
It's one of his easier ones. So it is officially on the 32-yard line. Minute 14 to go. Tim Hortons Field crowd loud. Jake Mayer passes, throws into traffic, and it's a nice catch by Markin Michel. Richard Leonard makes the tackle immediately. It's a first down for Calgary. They're up across their 45, very close to their 50-yard line.
Good catch in traffic there, a dig route, 12 yards from the right side of Jake Mayer, and he makes that catch. Michel, while getting tackled, strong catch.
Just over a minute to go. Ball on the Calgary 48. Jake Mayer, empty backfield, back to pass again, throws, it's another completion. Again to Michel, he's running to get out of bounds. He does, he's across midfield, just a little bit short of the Hamilton 50, but it's another first down for Calgary. 10-point lead for the Tiger Cats with 57 seconds to go.
Back-to-back first downs for this Calgary offense.
Both to Markin Michel. Tiger Cats defense trying to put a stop to this one. Jake Mayer, 3 receivers to his left, 5 receivers set. He's back to pass again, throwing deep. Near sideline, Michel trying to run after it, and Katsantonis comes over and knocks it away.
Again, that was kind of an opportunity for what could have been a Katsantonis interception or a Will Sunderland interception in one of those circumstances where they're both sort of end up batting it away, but high risk, sort of low probability throw there from Mayer. But they'll have another shot at it here, second and 10 across center line.
Stavros Katsantonis, he's intelligent, he's calm, composed when you talk to him on the football field. You would not want to play against him.
No.
51 seconds to go, 22-12, Tiger Cats lead. Calgary trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Mayer back to pass, throws to his left. It is caught by Odom's Dukes. He's tackled by Jameer Thurman. He's going to be short of the first down. Calgary doesn't care much about that. They'll be in 3-down territory anyway. They're 1 yard short of the first down. Jake Mayer has his offense up and ready to go again. Clock is running, 42 seconds to go. Hamilton up by 10. Mayer looking, throws, has to go short. Hamilton had everything deep covered. Odom's Dukes, he'll get the first down and go out of bounds across the Hamilton 40, and there's 33 seconds remaining.
Okay, let's see here. This is interesting. So they just got the first down. I like this. Calgary's going to kick the field goal right now on first down. This is going to be something like almost a 44, 45-yard field goal, but I love this play because you secure the 3 points now. You're gonna have to kick off. There's no option for the defending team to take the ball in the last 3 minutes, so they'll have to do a full kickoff. And now you're going to get the ball back and have a chance to throw your Hail Mary if you can get that on sides.
Interesting.
If you don't do this, Calgary knows they're just going to run out of time unless you take your points right now.
44-yard field goal attempt from Rene Paredes is good. They get the field goal. There's 29 seconds to go in the football game. And it's back to a 7-point Tiger Cats lead.
So now they have the option. You know you're going to have to run an onside kick either way, right? And now they have 30 seconds left to breathe a little bit. If you can get a successful onside kick here, you're going to have 22 seconds to put together a couple plays and try to get into the end zone.
You like the strategy?
It's really smart. Yeah, you don't see that a lot. The first down field goal, but that's a pretty cool move there.
So this is a play teams work on all season long. Onside kick, Jeff Reinbold, the special teams coordinator of the Tiger Cats, has his special teams group, the hands team. You must have been on that team, Luke.
Oh, it's a privilege to end the game fielding the onside kick for the hands team. And you can see who's out there. Tim White to one side. You got, it looks like, Kai Loxley is out there on the other side, the third string quarterback in the game. Of course, Tyreek McAllister is deep. Casey Sales is out on this team. This is a unique collection of athletes that makes the hands team.
So the Stampeders, with Rene Paredes standing over the football on their 30-yard line. Looks like they've overloaded the left side. Paredes kicks it that way. Pretty good kick. Ball is up. Tim White jumps up, and he has it. No, that's Kai Loxley who jumped up and grabbed it. The third string quarterback, who is also a receiver. He's a big guy. He jumped up and got it. Hamilton ball.
Is big. He's big body out there, and we've seen him with some big receptions at receiver this year too. Multifaceted athlete there, and now 27 seconds left, and it's the Ticats with the ball. Great job, Jeff Reinbold, special teams team.
Guy Loxley has been doing short yardage lately for the Tiger Cats since Matt Schultz got healthy. He's a big, strong guy. He's tough to stop on short yardage, and that was athletic.
Yeah,
he went up
reached
in
at the highest point.
Yeah, seemed to elevate and stay in the air long enough to get that football.
Yeah.
Very talented player, Kai Loxley, and that's a big play. 27 seconds to go. Tiger Cats have the football in the Calgary 45. And they're in victory formation. Matt Schultz takes a knee. Taylor Powell started this game. Matt Schultz came in. Good to get Schultz some game time. He was mostly good. That's tough to come in. He's been out a long time, but Matt Schultz, when he's had an opportunity, when healthy, he has been effective. Another knee from Matt Schultz. And he'll have to do it one more time, but this is big for the Tiger Cats. One more knee from Matt Schultz, and it's official. 5 straight seasons in the playoffs for the Tiger Cats. They're in. They're in. They're hosting the Grey Cup this year, and they're in the playoffs. 3 games to go in the regular season, a chance to try to catch Montreal for that home game in the East semifinal. We know they'll play Montreal in the playoffs in that East semifinal. Pretty interesting that they play in the final regular season game that could end up being who gets home field for the East semifinal. So almost like a 2-game playoff series, but this was important to get this playoff spot clinched, and they did it.
Yeah, it sure is, and that just feels great. You don't know if that last Montreal game will be meaningful or not. We'll have to wait and see how it unfolds over the next couple weeks here. But what a victory from the Ticats. What I love the most about that, RJ, obviously it's great when everything goes right, when you're clicking on all 3 phases at all times, but that's just not going to happen every week. And the Ticats tonight were able to win this game without being perfect, overcome some of their mistakes. You had a costly interception, the defense makes up for it. Offense struggles, the special teams and the defense hold their own, and then when it counted, the offense was able to drive down the field and get points as well. So very resilient team, winning at the right time and in a big game at home to get this win and secure playoffs. This is a great emotional win and energizing win for this team as they enter the last month of football.
It was close. Always seems every game is close. 22-15. Tiger Cats won. Time now for the Access Storage recap of the game. Score a touchdown with affordable storage. Access Storage has flexible storage solutions in a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca. Luke, I want to go back to the pregame show when we joined Bubba and Andy, and you said you thought the defense was going to have a huge game. They didn't allow a touchdown, and time again, they got stops when the Tiger Cats needed it. So, did they make you correct in your prediction?
Yeah, that was just what I was hoping to see and just what I was kind of expecting there. I really think for a defense that early in this season, RJ, they weren't just struggling, they were last in many categories defensively. Last.
Yep.
They weren't taking the ball away. They weren't having a great opponent average yards per gain. There was a lot of things missing, and they were trying to figure out what their identity was going to be this year. And now, 15 games into their season here, they've developed into, I think, one of the most impressive defenses in the league. You saw them play very well against Toronto last week, minus a handful of plays. Tonight they were dominant, and Calgary just could not move the ball consistently or effectively against them. And if they can continue to solidify like that, continue to communicate that well, continue to be physical, because there was some physical contact from the Hamilton defense tonight, you just never know. This is a team that's really hitting their stride at the right time.
One last question for you, Luke. You more excited about the Tiger Cats clinching a playoff spot or Green Day performing at halftime at the Grey Cup?
Oh, man, and we got Carrie Underwood. What a weekend ahead of us in November there. For me, the answer is the Ticats, RJ. Yeah. All the concerts will be great, but I can't wait to see this team as they get ready for the postseason.
Tiger Cats win, and now they're in the playoffs. 22-15, they beat the Stampeders tonight. They've won back-to-back games at Tim Hortons Field. Tiger Cats postgame with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz is coming up next. For our producer, Peter McEwen, our statistician, Jeff Giordano, our operator, Michael Steyer, and for Luke Tasker, I'm RJ Broadhead. The Ticats are in the playoffs. Thanks for listening to Hamilton Tiger Cats football on the Ticats Audio Network.
Streaming live at listen.ticats.ca. This is the Ticats Audio Network.